Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome back to more Nebulous nonsense this fine Weneb's day, my dudes. I couldn't come up with a good stream title, so we're playing Fortneb. Yeah, Battle Royales. I don't know if a Battle Royale mode would even work in this game. I guess if you do like a free-for-all, but that'd be scuffed as hell. Could be kind of fun, though. Anyways, we're just going to play some open lobby multiplayer games. I'm just going to hop into those now. See who is online. Oh, right. I'm on the test branch. I'm stupid. Okay, so this is already off to a wonderful start. All right, I have to hop back over to main branch. Hang on a second. I was doing some public testing stuff, seeing how the new things like missile validators worked. Let me just update my things. So just minor technical difficulties. Just give us a quick second here. Already off to the high quality standards you expect from me. All right, updating files. Just let me get this thing set, and then we'll load back up again. This time for real. I should have thought of that because, I had the stream open. I was like, yeah, I've got everything set up. I've got Neb open. I've got my capture stuff ready. No, drops or any other problems. Nothing could possibly go wrong this time, right? Of course, I completely forgot to main branch myself, but hey, here we are. All right, let's load up some Nebulous. Should be coming through in the capture, I think, in a second. There we are. Wonderful Nebulous content. All right, let's do this. Right. This time for real, as we load up all these stock assets and take a look at these bulk freighters in the background. I believe that's a reactor bloom to the left, which is not ideally where you want to be, but no, they seem fine. Always hangs for a quick second here as everything finishes rendering, just loading all the Unity stuff in position. There we are. All right. This time for real. Stuff starts as usual. Let's hop in and see if there's any games up. So, there's quite a few matches in progress here. You see a couple of the, I think... Okay, so they're probably just doing solo testing stuff, whatever. I don't think NPCs are showing up in the player count and stuff. We see there's a couple of matches in process. We got 3K on there, Nebulous out-of-bounds server as well. So let's refresh, see if there's any lobby up. Not, we can hop into Banana Nebulous. There was a new map on it that I wanted to try out called Gold Rush that I did a cast of last week, and I wanted to see if that was on here. Let's do a whole list maps thing. Yeah, you can see all of the various maps here, including some of them with the large mode, so you can get more players than you would expect. So that's pretty fun. Yeah. End up chilling here, hanging out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. So I expect people to show up slowly, piece by piece. Usually it takes a minute for a lobby to fill up, and we saw there was already 2 full games, so one of those will likely end pretty quickly, and then we'll get people hopping in or hopping out. Depends on what they want to do. Sometimes you get people in just whatever server is filling up. Other times it's hey, I just had to put out a call looking for a group. Anyone got a lobby up, that kind of thing. But yeah, we'll just be sitting here chilling. I guess we could do some fleet editing. I'm just going to select, and I'll just select this fleet as an example. I've not actually touched this fleet for a while. I'm going to take a look at it now that I think about it. This is a destroyer array, a 3,000 point destroyer array, which, very outdated, I would say. I don't think you should put 3,000 points into rails, especially not the way that I've done this. This was kind of just the idea of okay, well, what if I did pseudo capital ships way back when? Inherited the idea originally from another player and then kind of tweaked it, just giving it my own little spin twist. But let's see, what did we want to throw together? So I'll have to do more Burning Lance stuff. Have to remember that. Public test silliness. They usually seem to build mostly OSP fleets, so we might try something on ANS side. I've been trying to make my cap fleets better. You can see my iterations of, well, I originally had my Cappuccino fleet, which then turned into my coffee shop fleet, and then still got my Wolfpack thing down here that I've been meaning to get around to testing some more of. I feel there's some potential for I don't know, 2 or 3 frigate groups just kind of moving around the map. That seems it would be pretty good. You can get a nice mixture of electronic warfare and just very small signature size. So compared to a light cruiser, you can manage to hide that really well against enemy detection. That said, coffee shop number 3 here is... anyone else see that being overpriced for a second? I think it... Oh, that's the cheese. Oh, yes, that cheese build. Okay, now I know why. Right, because defenders were more expensive on the test branch, so it had to update and register that, hey, this is actually a legal fleet, not just one of those. Oh, hey, Mal, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're just looking at fleet stuff as we're waiting for people to trickle in. You see we got a couple into the lobby right there. Just go return to lobby. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, they have Gold Rush. I want to try that map because I casted a game or 2 on it, and it looks interesting. So yeah, we're going to load this up and see how it is. It's got this interesting kind of split down the middle there with you've got this little golden don't know, what do you call it, like crystalline kind of nesting thing there. So you can cover it, and it is a neutral A cap, like you see on many other points, but it's very much in its kind of deployment layout like Nyx's Eye, where you've got like one natural per team, and then you've got 3 lanes that you can kind of push down. So I kind of like that idea because Nyx's Eye it's not like a super big map if you know how to play the angles on it, but it can feel very large. This feels like a little more compacted version, but it's also got some fun spots. You can tuck things like destroyers or 100 mil bulk freighters, and you can do a lot with it. Yeah, I think it's kind of neat. So we might be going for our cap fleet because I've started doing the smart thing with cappers now. I've gotten a defender on only one side. So basically, I keep the left side towards the enemy, and I've got my chaff box on the right, so I'm fine with that. You have no knowledge of this game? Don't worry, I'll try and explain things as I go along. In fact, that's a fun challenge for me because I get to explain parts of Neb to people who have not seen it before. Anyways, talking about this little capper, it's got itself a bay of torpedoes and some hybrids. I've got a couple little size 1 offensives as well because I think they're actually pretty good. Not sure if they are the most effective, but I have found great success pairing up like a basic torpedo with a size 1 missile, and that works pretty darn well. So yeah, defender on one side, gun on the chins. That way, if we get a missile strike on someone, we can follow up with a little bit of gunfire and just kind of keep them knocked out. Hopefully, that way we don't have to waste another missile. It's much cheaper to fire 100mm rounds than it is to fire a whole torpedo. Fighter ones can barely forget the tutorial. Yeah, Neb's tutorial is a little bit, it's kind of dated. Like, it teaches you the basics of like how to move around your ships and use the UI, but it doesn't really teach you how to play the main game, which is a 3,000 point skirmish game right now. So it definitely could use some work, but that's going to come at a later date once they've finished adding a bunch of stuff, because there's no sense doing a tutorial and then like having it get completely invalidated because you've just gone back and redone a whole bunch of things or added new features in that. And plus, I think all the dev time is currently focused on Conquest, although we are getting some interesting little test changes being put out in public right now, which is fun. Stuff I was messing around with. Yeah, see what they're saying. Conquest takes some of the modded maps and incorporates them. Yeah, I would love to see Conquest with the, what's it called? I think it's Perditio? And the Perdi random map generator, which generates some very strange looking asteroids, because otherwise it's going to be a bunch of ships meeting in kind of like this abyssal empty space, and that gets a little bit boring. It is nice to fight over points of interest and stuff, like say you're going after a refinery. I would love to see one of the custom maps they've made with a whole bunch of like huge space stations. It would be so cool to fight in like high orbit over a planet like you see it in the backdrop, and you've got your like high refineries and stuff, and you have to protect those. Kind of like station capture, but not exactly. You have to like defend certain installations. That would be a really cool thing to see. I know most of the scope is currently in like fleet versus fleet and making sure that actually works, but it'd be really cool to do like some proper base defense where you can have like entrenched stations, and they've got like point defense turrets and maybe some long range cannons or something. Very much kind of drawing inspiration from like Halo 2, where you get that like initial invasion of Earth and it's like defense network and stuff, and see all the ships come in. I think that would be really fun to play. But anyways, just looking through these, it's not too much complicated about these. They don't technically have enough crew to operate, but you don't need to actually have enough crew. Crew's a half implemented mechanic, so everyone's kind of come to the agreement that, you know, as long as it's not implemented, it's just fair game to cheese it. I don't think it's a good thing to be cheesable like that, and I do hope that that gets fixed one day, but as it currently stands now, it's just the accepted standard for what you're doing, so yeah. Developer has acknowledged it, and they're like, yeah, we'll fix that one day. But anyways, Cappuccino Fleet is basically what you'd expect from it. We got 4 little cappers here. I usually pair these up in 2s because I find they work quite well together. I was thinking about maybe doing some tunings to them, possibly incorporating a bit more point defense or other fun toys since I am running them in tandem. That said, our 5th one is a little deception ship. This is named Kit Kat after a rather famous battleship in the kind of Nebulous sphere. So it identifies as a battleship here on the enemy's track scopes and stuff. However, it is actually a corvette, so they might end up hilariously throwing missiles at it or thinking this is a much bigger threat than it really is, even though I typically just throw this thing onto the A point. So it's a funny little brick. I like it. The rest of the fleet is pretty simple. We've got a beam destroyer for guarding our natural point. Kind of what you'd expect from a beam destroyer, although it is a little more expensive since I did incorporate an intel center, so that bumps the price point up by about, call it like, well, it's 90 points, so normally you'd see this thing worth about 600-ish. That's a generally good price point for a destroyer. 500 if you really want to make them like super cheap, but that is pushing your luck because you're stripping out a lot of things that are quite useful then. And lastly, we just got 2 situational awareness frigates. I like having the pinards on these, but I think I could live without them in reality. Like, I don't need these. I spot early warning radars at the start of a match, but I don't really have too much to go and pursue those, so I don't think it's quite as worth it. Let's see. So we see people joining, leaving, joining, leaving. Let's hop back up here. What's he saying? Pushing out there, go OSP. I don't think that we'll need to do a 2v2. I'll just mention that. Yeah. Usually, like, you get a lobby up, you spend a little bit of time there editing your fleets, kind of thinking about stuff, and a little bit of shooting shit in that. But once people start joining, it's always a, like, exponential fill rate thing. Like, everyone tries to snipe that last slot. They say, oh, hey, a 7 out of 8 game. Wow, yeah, I need to hop in this and get that last slot. And then they all join. So, just like this, seeing some people hop in. Yeah. So, now the game's just ended, apparently. I'm pretty happy running Coffee Shop on this. I do like the themes of, like, certain fleets I get. I need to do more themes like that, because the only ones I've really still got that are themed are the Coffee Shop. I think that, no, at one point I did have, it was a whole bunch of Latin names for ships, because I thought it was kind of cool. It's like, oh, we're doing Wolfpack frigates. Okay, well, I'll do, like, the Latin names for a bunch of different dogs and stuff, but I didn't end up keeping that one. Pretty happy doing, oh, hang on, let me hop back. Talking to the peoples and whatnot, joined by a couple of them. Yeah. Is bringing beams a good idea? Always is. Beams are good. Hang on a second. What? How did I manage to do that? Okay, chat. Well, some way that I don't know, I've managed to scrape my knee, which is very confusing. It's not like a big scrape or anything. It's just I seem to have scratched it a little bit, so that's odd. I was wondering why that was stinging. Huh. Yeah. I was gonna say they should be on ANS. Usually new players gravitate towards ANS because it is the kind of older faction in the game. It's the faction you play in the tutorial. And also OSP has a lot more sort of advanced tools and other weird bits that you get. So generally better to just play it like that. Learn ANS at first. It's I'd say not necessarily... Calling it simpler makes it sound like it's just kind of worse, but I would say it's a little easier to pick up and learn. You can grasp some of the mechanics there. And then once you feel confident with like playing the base game, then you can kind of gravitate towards OSP and you might end up liking it better. I personally like the OSP toolset quite a lot, so I like to play them quite a bit. Also, there's usually more slots open on OSP than ANS. Didn't know Overly Sarcastic Productions got a space fleet. Huh. Yeah? Well, I'm not getting that out of my head now. Thanks for that. I do like Overly Sarcastic Productions. It's really kind of cool seeing like how much they've grown and like gotten better at their content. Like, not saying that their content was originally worse, but just seeing like how people kind of like develop more of their, I don't know, like talent, niche, whatever you want to call it. Just seeing them, well, literally just grow and get better at things. Anyways, getting some people kind of going around here. So we're still just figuring out like how we want to shuffle these. Yeah. Swap the new player over here, kind of guide them through things. I do like introducing people to Neb because it is definitely not a game for everyone. Not in the sense that like you're not welcome or anything, but in the sense as in there's only certain people who will end up like spending time and enjoying the game a whole bunch. But for the people who like it, it's a quite good game. So we're trying to kick Mac. I'm not sure if like I was hoping he would hop over, but we do want to try and get Butcher up here. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to say bye for them right now, but they can rejoin later on in a sec. We will just get this whole thing sorted out, and people will hop up and be ready. Yep. Gonna reveal what we got. Gonna tell our team to reveal fleets. And yeah, so looks like we got a battleship here. Nice to see. Mark 68s and a Mark 65 cannon. All right, nice little mixture of 450 and 250 on that. So not sure what Butcher's bringing. Called First Fleet. Yeah, just trying to instruct the new players here. We'll get everyone on board, and then we'll get this game going. You don't want to be down a whole bunch of points there, because that does mean that you're not bringing certain assets. That said, for what they've got, Mark 62s. Interesting. not the usual new player fleet. Usually you see them with a weird mixture of everything, but they've got kind of the right idea. They just need to replace that with 250, and then that's the start of like actually a very, very strong fleet. Oh, they got flak, jamming, and a pin art. Okay, see this? Like this brand new player here, first multiplayer game, already got some of the basic concepts. Just 2 fighting fleets. Now they got Task Force Oak. Yeah, just Task Force Oak. This is a good fleet. Like, unironically, I would say this is probably the best starter fleet, just in terms of how easy it is to use versus like how much you get out of it. Great fleet to start with. Like, core concept of just 2 Axfords, that's really good. Granted, you might not want to put your broadside towards people like it kind of encourages you to do, because that makes you a lot more vulnerable. But the core concept of just 2 Axfords with big guns shelling stuff, that works very well. You just have to make sure you don't, walk into a big old trap and then get shot up by the entire enemy team. But that's something you learn with time and positioning experience. Plus, then you can have the other 3 people, or 3 or 4 people on your team telling you kind of where to go. And Neb is I would say it's a game that very much benefits from having a guide or someone who's going to like walk you through and teach you things. So we're going to go basically from B point to A point down here with this little pocket covering it. That said, they've also very specifically put spots where we can and cannot beam from. I think that maybe this pocket here is where we put our beam destroyer. There we go. All right, so we're going to go, we're going to split the latte and cappuccino off to the left like so. We'll split the Americano and cortado here. Or do we want to? Yeah, I think we'll just stack, yeah, we'll just do the NASCAR strategy where you stack up on the right side here and then go from that plan. We'll send in the Kit Kat for the A point. We can just dive it through that little rock hole there. We'll send the cream off to the left here, and then the sugar. Maybe I should have my situation, because like we're gonna have radar here. I want to be detecting where the enemy is. So if I do my scouting like up to the top left, my main battle force is going to be on the right here. That's my plan anyways. So we're going to set up like that. 2 cappers here for the B or C point, 2 cappers for the A point or the E point over here. Just try and contest that. Our plan is to swing around the right side and try and push towards D. We'll just kind of go through that little medley of rocks here. Yeah. That's the initial plan, and of course it will depend what our enemy decides to do. If they all deploy on the same side we did, we're going to slam right into them, and that's going to be one hell of a gunfight. On the other hand, they could have done the same thing, stacking the other side, like we see some of their drive flares coming in there. So we'll just have to adjust accordingly. Yeah. All right, let us go ahead and do our initial micro rollout thing. So just going to get my ships in motion here. Boop, boop. Doesn't matter exactly where they are. I can correct all this stuff later. We just need to make sure that we get them underway. And then as for you guys, you can be like here and here. And then you guys can go up this way. Set you to flank speed as well. And then we'll have you go down here, set you to flank speed. Now that everyone is like actually initially moving, we can do our more precise orders. Move them down here like so. I do want them to be with the point defense on the left side, so I have to be careful about how I come around that corner. You lot here, we will correct your positioning a little bit. Thank you. Yeah, probably to the left there. That'll work. You'll go up and then down onto the point like so. Kind of go into the outside. As you Kit Kat, you can go through the rock hole there, and then hopefully they'll get you right onto the point. Looks good.
Heading there now, Commander.
Our beam destroyer will flip the map over like so, and then move you down to here-ish. Gonna have you set to hold fire, and then I'm gonna have you point the beam turret over onto the A point here. That way you're able to cover it if there's anyone who wants to move that way. Yeah.
What can we do
As for you, Sugar, you are detecting something down there, actually, which is rather interesting. We're going to adjust your roll a little bit, then we can see where that's coming from. You can tell it's a search radar. Move you rolling a little bit as well. We're just trying to keep awareness on this side of the battlefield while the rest of our fleet kind of moves out. I'm playing the Cap fleet here, which is one of the roles you kind of pick on a team. Typically, a team will consist of 1 Cap fleet, 2 frontliners, and then the third fleet is kind of your flexible role. So in this case, we're seeing most of our frontline fleet here, which is the Axfords and whatnot. They're kind of moving around to the right side here, so they're going to set up and try and hold this as a big anchor point. I'm going to be ready to give ground over here because I'm expecting there to be a whole bunch of enemies, so I just want to really deny the E point. I don't want to actually cap it. So I think I'll be able to just kind of cruise and chill down here for the moment. And we see they've got a bunch of early warning radars watching us. I would love to get a cross fix on them, but unfortunately I don't seem to be able to. Rather unfortunate that. You can see our sensor range illuminated in blue there, so we're able to really dive down here and keep our awareness going. Have set ourselves up at the edge of the map, hard for them to see. The idea being we'll detect the enemy sooner than they will be able to detect us. And with any luck, we should be able to manage. Going to adjust the heading of these ships over here. That way they're pointed so they're ready to get back behind the rock once we get to the E point. You can see the Kit Kat already being detected on the A point by something or other. And of course, we don't see what. We're going to burn through quickly. Oh, there we go. There's a cross fix over here. Going to give that an attack marker, roughly. We can call that out to the team. So we know there's something over there with early warning radar, most likely a tugboat. Typically, that's your platform. But because we got our ELINT crossfix, since we have our radar detecting panel, the Pinard, working overtime there, should it be good for us. Over here, we'll take a look at the Americano and the Quotado, and they seem to be capping the C point without issue. Very nice to see. And we'll just move them slightly back off the point now. And look at the Kit Kats here. So yeah, they had an initial capper go for the B point. Very nice to have. All right, the Latte has been detected by something or other. What do we got here? Okay, we got trouble. Ah, I see. Interesting. Well, I would very much like to know what that is. I'm betting that is a pair of shuttles, just given the nature of it. So I'm going to adjust accordingly. Could be anything, though. We're just going to be a little bit safe here. We are uncontested capping over here, so that feels very good. Gonna turn off flank speed so we don't cook ourselves by accident. Check a look here. The Barista is almost in position to cover the A point. Move it a little closer to the rock there. All right, what do we see? There we are. That is a ship, indeed. All right, we are going to fire a missile.
Launch confirmed.
You're also going to be a missile. Just gonna send out some stuff here, and then go with that. Fire off a HE round set. Should be good. I'm hoping these... Oh, beans.
Receiving.
See, I'm a little bit foolish here because I completely forgot that those were hot launched. Whoops. Okay, so anyways, we're going to just get close enough that we can do some clipper shenaniganry. They have a command cruiser Ocello over here, which is a problem, to say the least.
Send traffic.
Let's adjust these accordingly.
Aye, full burn.
Should be able to cold launch. I can't hit him with a torpedo yet, but I think that if I get my elevation up, that Ocello is going to be a problem. All right, fair enough. Switch our shot over like so, and then we should be able to... You know, I don't think I'm going to be able to contest that. Yep, we're just going to clear our heading and roll orders, and then just get out of here. Because, yeah, even if I kill those shuttles, yep, we're going to still be taking some fire here. See a bunch of 450 coming in there. Oop. Uh-oh, A point is getting got. Ah! Need to try and wait here. All right, cool. So we are good there.
We've lost primary power.
It is our time to leave very swiftly. Thank you. We can see that there is a pair of bulk freighters over here-ish.
Abandoned ship. Get to the lifeboat.
There we go. Yeah, since they're just going to be shooting after us here, we are not going to waste any time. We're just going to dive, and get out of here.
Full burn.
All right. The Latte has unfortunately been locked. Still, we are holding our ground here pretty well. We've got the A point in our sights with our destroyer, so we are ready if they decide they want to do anything there. Unfortunately, we did lose one of our ships, but hey, that is okay. Keep you guys up over this away, like so. The sugar down low here is mostly out of range of everything, so I'm going to actually have it bump up a little bit here. To keep itself going into the areas that I want it to be. Adjusting its roll again. Actually, is there a roll set, right? No, I want it to be the other way around. Whoopsies. Side ship crews who aren't suicidally committed to staying on the ship. Yeah, when your ship gets knocked out, 30 seconds later, life pods start emitting out of the life pod launchers. So, yeah. The ship can also blow up. In this case, it has not blown up, so you can still see like the old damage control board before it got knocked out. Yeah. Just going to be moving our way downwards here.
Receiving.
Trying to get out of the line of fire. Anyways, ooh, we see some bullets flying off there. Don't remember telling you to shoot at that. Interesting. Why are you down there is the question.
We hear you, command.
Oh, fucker. All right, well, we have been detected, unfortunately, over here, so that is not great. We're just going to need to clear your heading and roll and just get you out of here. So maximum speed, please. Thank you. Be flipping the map over here for a second and then just hide ourselves like so. See some shuttles in the midfield here. Select our ship and then we'll just beam them like so. Move you a bit to the right and that should be fine because they're just trying to go for the A point there and we're not going to let them. Approved for fire as soon as you can see them. We just need to hit the other one as well, which is gravitated its way onto the point. That'll mean that we just drift over this way. Boing. That should be a dead ship any second now. And then we'll hit this guy as well. Wing. There we go. As you can see, we denied the A capper there. Very nice to hear. Wing. There we are. And that is how you guard the point. So we're going to set this guy back onto holding fire mode, and we're going to have that ghost fire order set to the A point once again, because we know that there will be enemies there, no doubt, in a bit. Just duck ourselves back into cover. Luckily, the cream has managed to evade this Ocello for the most part here. It's just going to be making its way a ways. See a couple of shuttles kind of kicking around. So we're just going to be trying to skirt the enemy's sort of awareness range. Going to be moving you guys up here to try and engage that shuttle wing, because they're going to be pushing over, and I'm fairly confident that I can hit them with torpedoes. Oh, I'm going to take a look over this way. See what we get here. And ask my team what is sea warning over here, because it is clearly something, but I do not know what. Oop, size 2 missile coming in here, but it appears to run out of fuel. Very nice. Ooh, those are line ships that want to see me. Okay, so we're going to have to pull back. If they get a line on me, that is going to be quite unfortunate. So I will be able to lock you. Aha.
Standing by.
Alright, we see there's an Ocello over here, so we're going to mark that as a priority, because that is a thing we do not want to tango with. I'm going to pull my fleet back since we are in a winning well, we're in a winning position right now, so if we were to try and push up and like be more aggressive, that would be kind of foolish, because we just need to wait for the enemy to push up and then make a mistake, and then we punish that. It's understanding who has the turn in initiative right now, which would be them. Thanks to my, my spyglass frigates over here, I can see all of these guys coming in, so should be able to keep eyes on them. There's a bulk freighter over there. I'm going to start moving you into their backfield pretty well. Not sure why your role is so messy here, but it is. Anyways, we'll be coming around the corner, not the direction I want to be facing though, so we need to quickly adjust according to that. Alright, we'll just be pulling you guys back as well. Since A point seems to be pretty secured, I think that I can rotate the... Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to hold A point thanks to those bulk freighters there. Going to move back like so. Going to have you lot ready and willing to shoot them. Just like so. Pew pew. What do you got on you? Ooh, rockets. Okay, eat torpedoes. Bam bam. Make sure that we keep our guns in arc of the enemy, like so. Bam 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 bam. Should be able to fire another torpedo volley here in a second. Just like so. There we are. Now we'll be eating rockets, but luckily our defenders are in arc, so we should be able to evade most of these, I think. Gonna be a little hectic here as we are trying to dodge. Ah, one of them does get got. Dang it. Owie. Okay, so that is less than stellar. I'm gonna be firing more torpedoes here as soon as I can. Whoosh and whoosh. It's a bit of a bad trade here, unfortunately for me. I should have invested more heavily. I did not realize one had Bavis. That is very clever of them. We're just gonna fire off these little size 1 missiles, like so. Trying to pull ourselves back. This is a bit of an oopsie on our part, but still, we managed to clean up their stuff. For you, you should be able to recover this here somewhat. Just prioritize those. As for you, you can just hold position there. Now, we just do the cleanup with our high explosive shells. I believe that this one was knocked out, maybe for good. We're gonna find out. Yep, that one is knocked out for good. Excellent. We'll mark that as killed. There we are. Check the other side of the battlefield. Things seem to be going quietly over here. Very nice to see. The sugar, unfortunately, is detected on burn through, so we need to dive with it. Not wanting to get caught. Take a look over here. I'm able to adjust the heading somewhat now. Yep, so HE shots going into target here. This one is, in fact, hard dead. Now, I do have a reactor critical, but I should be able to fix this in time and then recover some stuff. I can actually fix most of this ship, despite the look of it. So we will only be running off the drive, and it will be dead for a long time. But still, we managed to cost them a significant amount of opportunity here. Into this thing's rockets slowly cook off. It's not quite dead yet, unfortunately. Rather disappointed by the accuracy here, because, like, I'm missing a stationary ship. Okay, we're just going to do a trick called position firing, where we just kind of line up the shot with it exactly. Like so. Come on. That looks about right.
Yeah, we see them.
You always fire perfectly accurate on position, so this is a nice way for us to just go pew-pew and hit that thing. Of course, as I say that, it comes back to life. Okay, fair enough. Alright, well, unfortunately we are out of torpedoes there, but luckily the enemy ship is going to be pretty wounded. See, if you are still active, you should be able to fire your gun, I think. We'll find out. Yep, CIC is still online, so maybe you'll be able to get some shots into him. We'll find out.
Send traffic.
Trying to move away. Thinking we will have absolutely none of that. Anyways, checking the sugar around here. Looks like we've got ourselves nicely into their back line, so we'll just be trying to position like so. Put our heading this way, and then our roll that way, and that should get us the sensor readings up top of their early warning somewhere. There's an escape pod over there. Anyways, the latte has managed to recover itself and is now alive, and, well, not well, but it's doing better than it used to be, so that's a good thing. If you fire your high explosive shells. Do you have anything? No, unfortunately your radar does not work because your radar just does not have power, so whoopsies. So trying to peck away at this thing as it limps away. I believe they expended all their rockets, so we're just going to be trying to hold our ground here. You're going to get into cover. Even if it does get away, it's not the end of the world. We have managed to do crippling damage to it, so hey, that is a good deny. Take a look over here at the sugar, which has once again been detected. Less than stellar. Ooh, we've got missiles incoming. A couple size 2, not sure what these are because we haven't gotten intel on them quite yet. We know that they are size 2 missiles, but we don't see their secret combo. Our little Corvette trying to run away from these, but unfortunately, yep, they're weaving back and forth with wake validation, so yeah, they're going to see that thing's engine signature and just smack into it.
Helm, take us in.
Gonna tell our team to hold their ground. Our front line kind of just chilling here. This is not the ideal position to be frontlining from because there's not really anything to fight, but hey, we are holding our ground and doing well.
Receiving.
Anyways, let's take a look around. Oh, how do you pronounce that? Archangel-Dawn? Hello, how do you do? Welcome to Nebulous. Slash cat with Tina. Yo! Ah! I've been fished.
Send traffic.
It reminds me, I do have to get my throwables thing set up. I've been procrastinating doing that for way too long now, because I do have the option to throw tuna cans at me. And it is kind of funny to see.
We are en route, Commander.
I have to integrate that with channel points and stuff, though.
Underway, Commander.
Anyways,
Receiving.
yeah, not a good position to be fighting. Yeah, it's like, I have to consider, like, okay, when you're spending time in the battle space, you can only deal so much damage over time. That's the thing. And you want to ideally expend all of your ammo by the end of a match because, well, you brought ammo, you might as well use it. Archangel Dawn, thank you. What the fellow? Oh, I'm drifting outside the map here. Don't mind me. Okay, anyways, so this ship is unfortunately a little bit crippled in a lot of ways, but it's slowly putting itself back together. We do still have torpedoes with it, which is quite nice, so we can work off that. Gonna grab our ships together here, and we'll move them kind of into this forward screening position. See, there's some bulk freighters and other nastiness coming over this way. We're just gonna hang out and guard the point here, I think is the best move. You can see that Ocello kind of moving its way along there. I'm actually gonna dive you, because I don't think you'll be able to get past that Ocello without eating at least something.
Helm, take us in.
And then let's see, the Cream is up here, just chilling.
We are en route.
Ooh, hello. What are you? Those are mass drivers. Okay, that is a thing.
Command.
Put a marker here. What is that? Sword marker. You call those out as mass driver liners, since that is not something we want to see. We need to not be here anymore. Just quickly see if I can cycle off here. Nope, they're still going to see me, so that's unfortunate. We're just going to get out of here, I think. Because they've decided not to shoot at us, and that is good for us. We're just going to be chilling back here, holding the cap points like so. I've got you in the back line here. I could potentially try... Okay, so they've got a whole bunch of shuttles over here and an Ocello. Yeah, that I saw the gun flash for a brief second there, and I saw 2 mass drivers from the bulk freighters, as you can see there. So yeah, it just like briefly does that. Oop, hello. Ah, interesting. Okay, well, that could have been worse. Unfortunately, you see, we took a hit there or two, which is less than stellar. We need to be fixing that up. Gonna have you guys hold your heading there. You are... Well, okay, the latte's just getting its shit kicked in this entire match, so that's a problem. Hello, you. To fire your beam on target, please, and thank you. Get you into position, which probably won't be able to. Beans. That is not stellar. Okay. You are technically alive. Because, like, we're just barely holding on here. We're just gonna try and get you somewhere that is, like... Yeah. Because an Ocello coming over to rock here, its guns are too much, like, they are overkill for the size of ship that they're shooting at, but they will still eventually knock us down. There's not much I can do about that, so I have to instead make a counterplay here. I know I will not be able to get the A point back, because unfortunately, we just don't have our ships in position. I can, however, deny this Ocello the B point by planning ahead. So we're going to, rather than do the A move that I'd been forced out of because of bulk freighter cover, be over here. Now is my chance to reinforce my allies since there's a whole bunch of shuttles coming in, and that is exactly what we want to stop. They're doing a big old bombing run with rockets and whatnot, so I'm going to have to get over there.
All hands, abandon
All right,
ship,
I'm going to have the barista be bound to number 2 since that slot has just opened up. Makes it easier on my micro. Anyways, move ourselves over to here. I expect that, what do you call it? That Ocello to be along shortly, so we're going to plan around that. Americana and Cortado coming around the rock here. We are going to be firing torpedoes into the mix here since I think we should be able to hit them. Fire some fly swatter missiles as well, and then some hybrids.
Solution locked in.
Hop away at stuff. There we
Yeah,
go.
we see them.
We're playing the kind of screening escort for the rest of our team here, so we're just going to hit them with everything we got. Yep, they're firing off more jamming here, which is rather annoying, so we're just going to send off some instant-stage hybrids into them, which should just scream out and smack them. The fun of mixed volleys. Yay.
Send traffic.
See these hybrids go out. They should lock on in a second once they... Oh, okay, both of those managed to short out. That's wonderful. Fast startup module is a fickle thing.
Preparing to launch.
Anyways, torpedoes out in the water. Just make sure you don't have heading commands. Yep, you're all good. Keep firing away at them here.
Yeah, we see them.
Would be a nice shot on the Ocello. Yeah, I'm trying to get a shot onto the Ocello that's going for B point here. We are holding the D point thanks to a lovely little back cap that we did there. So they've managed to get themselves hit here. Don't have great intel on these guys, but we're making it work. Fire, I believe, torpedoes on you. Yep, you're already good. Oh, all right. That one is going to be lights out. Smack, smack. This ship is dead. This ship is dead. All right, just make sure Butcher doesn't reactor bloom anywhere. Looks fine. Yeah, I think they're fine. Anyways, we love sensor bird. Never works when needed. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we see that the enemy is there, which means that we really need to be over there like yesterday. So align our particle beam onto target roughly where I think they're going to be. Gonna check around the corner here so I get that initial track. I am actually moving the ship a little bit silly here, but don't worry about it too much. We're just going to put it on the point, because that way we will be able to get the cap, ideally, or contest the cap, and then our beam destroyer will just hit them like so. Yeah, it's right there. That is our target, the Brutus. We're going to turn this on. And now we're going to watch as this beam destroyer gets cooked. Or this beam destroyer cooks in a Ocello. Are you ready, mids? It's like, hey, buddy. Whop. Wrong neighborhood. Hee I'm going to sit on the cap here as well, so that way I just cook through them here. And now we just hurt this thing until it dies. You see it desperately trying to roll because it is horribly messed up. Its backside is just taking all these nasty little beam salvos. Yeah, this is beam destroyers for you. They just cook and cook and cook. Make sure you're fixing the beam, please. All the engines got burned because I left this thing on flank for way too long, but that's fine. We needed to get places, and we did. Anyways, just gonna slowly cook through this thing.
Standing by.
Eventually, we'll shut down the beam once it gets a little too hot. Okay, so it's getting a little too hot now, but this thing has been heavily crippled, so there we go. The B cap is secured. And just out of spite, we're going to be firing some high explosive rounds into him, because screw you. Haha. Pew.
Waiting orders.
Right, then we got a minor fire started here, so we'll just have to wait and fix that. Once the beam cycles, we'll be able to kill off that Ocello. We're holding our ground here well. Let's take a look over at our fleet here. I think that we're good to go around the rock here and just start pecking away at anything that's left alive, like this. See that they've tried moving their way backwards and trying to cap there. Gonna keep our situational awareness up, ideally. Unfortunately, we ate some mass driver fire by the looks of it, or maybe some missiles. Can't tell exactly which. Ocello really should have been holding heading. It should. Here's the thing. The Ocello had no way of knowing that I was around this corner, besides just, that there's a beam destroyer on the map. I expected him to be coming this way because I'd scouted him earlier. He had no scouting of my beam destroyer, so there really wasn't an expectation for something to be here besides, just a little Corvette. So it's understandable why this happened. That said, we are just going to be chilling here. We're going to be getting ready to vacate the point very quickly if we need to. So just setting our heading to run away at maximum speed. And just cooking into this thing now. Right into the nice little triple pancake stack there. Our beam is back up operational, so we're just going to cook into this thing now with everything we got, eventually knocking it out. We're within the kill range thanks to our focused particle accelerators being very good at what they do.
Standing by.
Zap, 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 zap. This thing should be structure broken any second now. Let's take a look around the map, make sure we aren't losing anything stupid. Nope,
Standing
looks
by.
like we're fine. Keep things going over here.
Ready
Zap,
whenever
zap,
you
zap,
are.
zap, 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 zap. See it taking a little bit of damage every now and then, but it has a very low chance of taking overheat damage, so we are quite happy to just keep cooking.
Marking target.
That said, it is getting a little bit kind of in the... Actually, it's just light yellow, so... Oversized laser pointer. Yes, exactly. See, I have gained the power of laser pointer. Anyways, we'll just keep you on hold there. So you lot, just make sure that that thing does in fact die. Just keep hitting it with high explosives. Explosives. Good. Anyways,
Aye, aye.
the sugar will just be keeping its eyes kind of over this direction here.
We're underway.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Understood.
Keep its roll kind of facing that way, so in case that I don't actually see them on my radar proper, I'll still be able to hit them. Anyways, you're just good to keep cooking away at them. You can see we've recovered there. Excellent. And now we're just going to turn off battle short since we have killed that target.
On it.
And then we're going to rotate over and hit that one. Trying to make its way there. Luckily, we have got some nice little supporting assets as well.
Aye, aye.
Actually, is that the... Oh no, that's our heavy cruiser with its own beam. Let's go. Haha. Wham, 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 wham. I do believe that that is a very dead ship. Good night, sir.
We're ready
Yum.
whenever you are.
Anyways, we're gonna go back to covering, Well, they know that we're covering the B point here, which is a big thing, so we need to be
Aye,
not
aye.
there.
On the way.
Gonna be moving ourselves over here and trying to get you out of the way. See some torment missiles coming in, but luckily they're hitting the rock, so we are good on that regard. Clear our heading and roll so we don't be silly.
Course laid in.
I'm just kind of chilling around the battle space right now. I believe that they finally popped life pods. Yep, looks like they have. You can see the magic smoke cloud emitting out of it now. Good night.
We are tracking the spiker.
Anyways, now we can start moving over this way to try and contest the D point and whatnot.
Send traffic.
Yeah, it's just going to be us slowly relaxing as we see more of the cap kind of pouring in. We've got a good point lead on them, so I think we should be able to make do with what we got. Yeah.
Send traffic.
Ooh, there's a... Huh, that's a cute little tunnel I didn't know was there. I love this map. It's got so many little kind of like hidey holes and quirks and like other fun little spots and
We're
a
ready
lot of
when
cool
you are,
angles you can push
Commander.
on it. So, yep. Big
Moving
ups
out,
for this map.
Commander.
I like it. They got a Clipper and an Acello. So, they are going to cap back the D point, but we should be able to win the A point fight here. Yeah. Let me call that one out to my team. Butcher's just hanging out here covering the C point for most of the game, which is perfectly fine. We have held that point there. We just need him to now move into the midsection and then engage the enemy. Yeah, we should be doing just fine then. See, there's technically an unidentified track in here, but we can mark that as killed since we know that that is, in fact, a life pod just because we saw it come out of the ship.
Course laid in.
Anyways, you're going to be watching the B point here, hiding behind this rock, and they're going to have to deal with that in a second.
Aye, aye.
I know that there is... Oop, hang on. Gonna call this... Just gonna call that as a life pod since it is kind of stuck on the rock and we are accidentally shooting at it. So, there we go. Getting a little scout missile kind of going out there. Yeah, not too much to really report now in the battle space. Oop, we do see a thing below us. That's kind of cool. What could that be? Let's go take a look. Ah, so that could be escape pods, or those could be ships. We know that there was mass drivers somewhere up high in the map, but we didn't see where they ended up going, so play accordingly to that. Oh, hello, Haley. That's a cute little emote. What's that? Ah, peeking something. Nice. Anyways, Battleship being the big monster that it is, just completely pockmarked. No, they shot the anime girl in the face. Oh no! Meowder! Okay, there is the mass driver fleet. That's what we've been looking for. I'm really surprised I couldn't actually see them over there. I must have... Ah, right. My radar panel must have been out on that side. That's why. See, they're just barely in my range here now, but... Anyways, TA is out. Ooh, that's unfortunate. So they must have been... What were they? Huh. I'm not sure what they were. Oh, dear. Oh, they were the battleship. That's not good. Tell Butcher over here to push A with all their stuff and fight. We can handle most of this, I think. Gotta be locking onto that tug over there since it is going to be a nuisance. We got some cleanup missiles here. Unfortunately, our new player has now just inherited another person's fleet, so that's a bit overwhelming to suddenly come into inheritance of and then have to figure out what is what.
Send traffic.
Anyways, gonna start making a move over here. I know there's an Acello, but there's still a decent chance that it'll end up like walking off the point, or I can hit it with torps and possibly take it. So that is a option we can do. We have gotten the A point, meaning they had to send something there. So actually, I think it's probably best for us to send our little wing over here and engage there. These are not rolled or heading stupid. There we are. We can see where the enemy is thanks to our good positioning here. The barista is coming around the rock any second now. Should have a lock on target.
Enemy is being locked.
I want to make sure I get a lock before I tell them to fire. Ooh, there's a bulk freighter. Very nice. All right. We're going to kill the tug. This is actually really clever what they've done here. They've baited me into revealing this here. So I'm going to have to quickly dip back into cover. That said, I will tax them a tugboat. There we are. Next, we are going to lock onto this one. Now, I am not going to actually fire lock at this range because... Can I? Wait, hang on. No, I can just take this fight. What am I doing?
Sorry, Commander, that's too far.
I can totally take this. All right, so we're just going to lock onto target like so, and then fire.
Copy that.
Boing. Now, it is outside of our kill range, but we can just push forwards since I believe that we're dealing good damage here. It's only going to add up a little bit since beams fall off to about half damage at max range, but yeah. Let's see. You have something cool to make you smile. Yeah, it's a cute emote. I've been thinking about getting some more emotes because I want to like add some more stuff to the channel. I've not really been sure what I want to add is the only thing. It's like I want to have more content and I want to have more fun toys that y'all can play with. But I don't want to like lock stuff behind subscriber wall because I don't like making people pay for content for just things that I want to make good about the world. I don't know. If people want to subscribe, that's entirely on them. I try to make it so like most stuff you can access without it because I don't really like paywalls for content in general. Ooh, hello, you. We're going to fire some spin bonkers over at that little shuttle. We should be able to shoot down these torments. Yeah. Oh, you finished the crochet you were talking about? Oh, that's nice. Great. I'd love to see that. That said, I might get hit by a missile here. Yep. Of course. One missile gets through and hits me in the nose. And now I have to take a nap. All right, fair enough. So, okay, we're just going to be chilling here for a second. You see our missiles going off over there. Clonk and clonk.
Missile reserves low.
You are not dead yet. We're going to fire another missile at you. Fire! Now we have to get our repairs done to fix the beam once again, so we'll have to turn off battle short since that would be bad. Just cook through that. Because the Cappuccino is in position to do some cappage work. They're not getting the A point anytime soon, so that's good for us. See, the Cream is holding its position there, looking at things. And then I think that the D point might be free, so let's just go for that.
Send traffic.
Okay. As for you, we can actually have you shot by the gun. We want high explosive rounds.
Solution locked in.
We're just sitting here in case we have to go rush over and contest the A point. Should be a handy win in a second here. We've kept a 1-cap lead over them for most of the game. See these orbital freighters up here. Yeah. These have 3 mass drivers in them. Yep, that's generally the right way of doing this. You can run them differently, like with 4 mass drivers, but that means giving up a lot of stuff like damage control and the drive section. Here we see this ship going down under. Excellent. You can hold fire, please, and thank you. I'll have you go off on that instead. And actually, you can just be weapons free on it. There we are. So yeah, Beam Destroyer doing its job, holding our points there. It acts kind of as a goalie for your team. You see now they are trying to rush a bulk freighter onto the A point. Luckily, our battleship is just hanging out here and has now figured out how to fire its guns. It's a bit annoying when you inherit somebody else's fleet and you have to try and figure out, oh, what is all of these things? How have you built this thing? But battleships, at least, are fairly simple because it's just one big ship and you just kind of point the guns at people and it works out. Mass drivers just kind of smack it up here. Didn't use radar because you've been using Bloodhound on the one. Alright. Anyways, this match is basically over right now. So we'll just see this cleaned up here. The Beam Destroyer would be so kind as to fire. Just tell it to stop for the second, and then zap zap. Come on, zap zap. Zap zap! It's looking. It's thinking. It's turning. See it drifting. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Zap him. Hit him. Zap him. Come on. You can turn. There it is. Zap. You hear that alarm bell. Lovely ringing sound. All right. You're good to cease your fire. Thank you. Mark you is killed. You can cease fire as well, and we'll cancel the lock order. And then I think that's just about the game, really, here. Uh-oh. We've got company. But, hello. We're going to deploy the last of our torpedoes into this, because we can.
Solution locked in.
Ah! Right, missiles could be going after me, not just the battleship. Those are size 1s. I don't think that'll be a problem, right? Oh, okay, so we take a little bit of damage there. That bloody Solomon's been taking some time to die. Yep, Solomons don't really die. That's one of the nice things about them. I'm gonna hit this guy with some torpedoes just to make sure of it. You need to hit them in the broadside with a bunch of 450 to like proper kill a bunch of their modules. And depending on how they've been built, that can even take some time. Solomons are notorious for taking like 20 minutes to kill, just like sustained constant barrage fire.
Standing by.
I personally don't enjoy Solomons too much. I find them just a little bit too big and heavy to play with. I like the Axford Cruiser a bit more. It's a little bit lighter, and you can get 2 of them in a fleet versus just 1 Solomon. So, yeah. Anyways, we're going to throw in the GG towel there. That's a fun map on Gold Rush. It is a interesting little kind of like 3-lane map. And you can see how you explore it different ways. You have some people who go mass drivers up high. We did our beam destroyer thing. Butcher, first game they played, yep. They did respectably well. They held their ground. They didn't get too aggressive. They just kind of played it as you would expect. They inherited a battleship, which was not theirs. That belonged to, I think it was TA's. Yeah. So I think they got disconnected or had to go or something. They didn't say a word as they left. But yeah, you see Zatara over here. Ooh, that thing has a lot of damage. Nice little hybrid missile boat here. I do like this kind of mixed fleet here. We get the Command Axford, has a bunch of stuff. It's got its beam turrets, 450 gun. And over here, you've got the kind of mixed missile boat package along with a little capper. This is nice as like a 4th fleet for your faction because you get your frontliners set up like with well, you got these 2 bulk freighters. You got these 2 Axfords set up as your kind of front line, and then you've got your battleship as well. So that's a really big, beefy lump of metal you have to cleave through. Then just your sort of supporting assets is a bit of missiles, a bit of beam fire, just kind of like filling any hole that you would have in the team comp. And you just got me as the cap fleet, so I manage those little points and we go from there. Yeah. GG, well played. All right. You prefer casemates on line ships? Think Solomon's with an offset scout. It's like pointing them head on. Yeah, about tanking Solomon basically just doesn't die. Like, you can hit that with plasma, 100 mil, 250, 450. It doesn't really matter. Bow on, Solomons just don't die. Which is kind of a nice thing to have. Although, I do find them to be very expensive. Like, it's very easy to get kind of carried away and make a 3,000 point Solomon. I think that the best Solomons are cheaper ones. Like, you see this one's about 2.5. I think, like, something in the 2.1 to 2.4-ish range is probably best. Because that lets you take some supporting assets like scouting and jamming and other things like that. So, yeah. Anyways, OSP bringing in, what's that? A pair of bulk freighters here with some 450 and missile backpack. Nice to see. We got, what's this, a little, I don't know what was on that tall, probably early warning. Yeah, Command Acello, and then like a wing of attack shuttles there. That was a nice little bombing run they tried. They had their orbital assets, their mass drivers, and then another Acello that was, oh, did they have 2 of the same fleet? No, they had 2, okay, Acellos and then a bunch of little shuttles rockets. I see how they did that. Yeah, that's kind of a nice asset. Like, you get a centerpiece Acello, so you've got something with big guns, and then like you can reinforce the cap fleet with these. So this is kind of like a half and half fleet. So I kind of like that idea. You like cannon Solomons? Believe that one of the cheaper ones carry a couple vertical launch missiles in the back. Yeah, so you can do a 3,000 point Solomon, but if you're going to do that, it's either going to be like triple beams and you're really trying to carry with that, like doing a lot of aggressive frontlining, or you're going to do it with cannons in the front side and then a missile backpack. That's a good way of projecting yourself across the battlefield, because one of the big problems with doing a single 3,000 point ship is that the enemy can kind of position around it to ignore it. It's just a really big brick of metal, and sure, it will dictate the kind of battle space flow since it's an anchor piece. But the problem with it is that everyone's aware that that is the 3,000 point battleship, and then they just go where it's not, which can oftentimes lead to them just, moving away from you, and then you never get to fire a shot during the match. Or you end up being a giant target and the entire enemy team focus fires you. Anyways, we're going to take a little 3-minute ad break here, which means that you all have time to go get yourselves a snack, a drink, or something like that. I will be back after it as well, since I need to get myself my water bottle, since I forgot to fill that up before stream start. And yeah, more Nebulous nonsense to come. We will be back after these 3-minute messages. Alrighty, we are back in business. Gonna hop into another multiplayer game here. Let's see what we got up. Ooh, Silent Citadel. Let's see what's on here. Oh, looks like it is a full game already, though. That's unfortunate. So we'll hop out of this one, look for another one. Because they've got a full 4v4, I don't want to intrude and say, hey guys, can we do a 5v5 or something? I feel a little rude doing that, so let's hop into area official number 5, I think. Ah. That's the, what's that? Is that from Helldivers? I want to say that's from Helldivers. It's the Super Earth something. I haven't actually played Helldivers. I've just seen a lot of people playing it. It seems kind of fun. We'll probably be playing as OSP this time around because I kind of want to play, well, I want to play the other faction that's in the base game since we did one match ANS, want to mix it up, do one match OSP, and then we'll kind of decide what we get for our third or fourth game. Adds are powerless against me, the skull. I'm not super duper familiar with Helldivers stuff, though. Don't get me wrong, I think the game looks very fun. I haven't gotten into it, so, yeah. Fun, don't solo drop, because there's a 50-50 chance to get swarmed. Yeah, good to know. Need to play OSP. Yeah, I quite like OSP because if you look at, like, the distribution of fleets I've got a bunch of fleets here and stuff that's, like, things that kind of exist. I've got some axe repairers and things. But I think a bunch of my time has been spent just doing OSP things, like, I've got bulkers that are for topside. I've got sort of these funny cheese fleets. I got this Plasma and Sun that I say every stream, oh, I'll eventually finish that one day. And then I don't. Got my kind of classic broadside. Typically, I'm just going to like straight up typecast myself. I'm usually playing this one because it's a pretty fun fleet and it's just very simple broadside front line. Let's take a look at it. You've got a pair of bulk freighters here. I've got these ones stacked vertically. So you've got the Fake Fix and the Argus of, what did I name this one? Argus of Emma. Yeah, these were randomly generated. The Violet Violence is what I'm very proud of, though, because this is just a disgusting little purple burpin device. It's got 8 T-81 plasma turrets, along with 3 rapid cycle cradles, which means that if you take a look here, the recycle time is reduced by 66%. That means basically you're firing your mag at like 300% of the regular rate, which is really fast. So you're able to quickly strip off the armor of pretty much anything in the battle space. And then these small caliber guns like your 250mm and your 100mm, which are little turrets I've supplemented on here in place of point defense because I wanted to get greedy. They tear apart pretty much everything they come across, and I like it a lot. So that's kind of my default fleet. Everyone gravitates towards their own fleets. I know some people who like to play a lot of the kind of skirmisher fleet roles. I know some people who are really big on doing destroyers for like railguns and stuff. I know some people who really like doing the indirect missile fire, be it containers or cruise missiles from frigates and stuff or what. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can play your fleets and like just kind of put together your 3,000 points. That's why I like Neb so much. Just you get rewarded for being creative, but there's also a sort of structure to it. So it's like here's like kind of the basic groundwork, so it's not just complete random stuff. You have like certain things expected for a comp that just naturally kind of, well, just due to the way the game is played, kind of comes after a like learning experience. But then you can kind of deviate from that and start poking fun at the rules. It's a lot of fun to be creative that way. Multiplayer, you can bail yourself out. Some sort of stuff with 40k battleships evolved from just cargo ships and guns that place of cargo. Yeah, kind of. The OSP, like, by definition, because they're the Outlying Systems Protectorate, they aren't, like, a real conventional Navy in the sense. It's more just kind of rebellion force that they had to retrofit whatever they had. As it turns out, when you take a bulk freighter like this, it's normally meant to haul like just a ton of raw, unprocessed asteroid ore or something, and you take all those big expansive cargo spaces and fill them with all the things normally on a warship, you can pack a lot of firepower into these things. So that's why I like bulk freighters. They're kind of a quirky hull. I've re-rolled these a couple of times because I wanted them to all look the same because I thought it was kind of cool. Also, it makes it so the mounting is really easy because that way I know where everything's going to be. I just also like the shape of this one the best. I don't know. It looks sleek, if that makes any sense, right? Like, it looks like this thing could have, like, its whole load of cargo across the top and, like, gas tanks and stuff. It just looks like it's very, I don't know, purpose-built, if that makes any sense? Like, you got your little cranes, just, it's something that, like, you send down a shipping lane really fast, kind of, yeah. I know some of the other ones, like, they look a little bit more bulky and awkward, and I don't like that quite as much. I'm not really too huge on the look of ships in this. Like, I'm gonna play a ship because, you know, it's still there, like, okay, it might be a little bit ugly, but whatever. You can get past, like, the upfront visuals of it. But other times, it's like, well, if I have to choose which one I'm going to use, I'll do a little bit of re-rolling to get the holes that I like. So, yeah. That is also a feature of it, just meant to represent how many of the, like, kind of, I don't know, just non-standardized ships they brought into service. So all the bulk freighters look different. Looks like you'd extremely easily disguise just another freighter, which is, yeah. That is a very real thing. in my understanding, the Outlying Systems Protectorate, it's now a really bad case of whack-a-mole for the Alliance because they're like, okay, is this a regular freighter? Or has this been retrofitted to be like a attack freighter kind of deal? Like, have they carved out like a whole bunch of missile launchers into the like underside of this thing? Is that what they've done? Yeah, it's really kind of cool to see how that's emerged, and just the whole thread of like, oh, we've got like civilian ships here. Okay, well, we can't accidentally shoot civilians. That would be very bad for like propaganda purposes and all the other things there. Even though I'm sure that the Navy gunners wouldn't give two craps about who they're throwing their shells at. They just want to see if they hit. Yeah, you've got other cases like in the certain lore blurbs, like, oh yeah, we boarded a shuttle and, well, there's not exactly a conventional civilian shuttle. This thing is full of mines. We were a little nervous because the whole ship was ready to explode at a moment's notice. Yeah, I really like it, just kind of the unconventional aspects of OSP and how, like, Neb, you got your very sort of standardized alliance, and they make sense why they're built that way. It's kind of meant to reduce headache and stop people just like saying, oh, we need this ship, oh, we need this ship, even though bureaucracy is a core part of the Alliance Navy. It's really kind of fun to see the different factions' representation into their like ships and stuff. You like mines? Yeah, there is Navy space mines. We'll take a look at some of those. I forget if I still have a fleet made that has them. I redid one of my fleets called Everything Bagel because I needed to quickly swap it over to a different map, which I was very much pressed for time to do. Is it 3+1? Might be this one. Yeah, it's 3+1. Okay, so this one has the ship I'm thinking of, the Pine Cone over here, or as I call it, the Mine Cone. This has a little mine launcher on the bottom, so I set this thing right next to a rock. I just kind of lay a nest of mines like they're eggs, and then I just kind of wander off. So it's got 10 sprint mines in the big magazine near the bottom there. It doesn't actually matter where the mag is. You can put this thing anywhere. It'll draw the ammo automatically thanks to whatever autoloader feeding tube system goes through the ship. Yeah, mines are devastating because they deal a lot of damage, like, compared to the regular missiles you get in game, who, like, typically their missile damage is spread into little fragments of 50. Like, you hit somebody instead of just dealing, say, 2,000 damage. It's like, no, you're doing, like, 50 fragments times 20, or however the math adds up. Mines, however, deal them in fragments of 100, which is really good for knocking out certain things that have a damage threshold you need to beat. Like, this has damage threshold of 35, so I'd need to deal, well, I need to deal more than 35 damage to break it. So when you consider that like certain holes have like 40% damage reduction incoming, that 50 can drop below that 35% you see listed here. However, with a mine, you hit them with 100, like even if you reduce 100 by 40, you're still dealing 60 damage per ray. That's a lot of damage, so even the big ships have to worry about mines on the underside of rocks. Mines don't need to travel far as, well, you take a wrong turn, you're dead at the door. Yeah, that's the other thing. They stop people pushing just by the existence of them on the map. You lay one mine patch, and then, well, ideally, players don't have enough time to think, oh, mines, until they're already dead. Like, they'll come around a corner, a minefield activates, and then wham, they're gone. It's really scary to see this happen in a game because somebody pushes around a corner, gets hit by mines, and now every player is paranoid about pushing a corner. They're like, oh, how many more of those do you have? Oh, there's mine layer ships about. I don't want to push corners recklessly. And you really slow down your enemy and mess with them. It's why I like OSP, because so much of their toolset is kind of just, I won't call it gimmick, but it's all these like little mind games you can do. Like, you can have mine clusters laid in places so your enemy has to now deal with those. You can fire off containers that are decoys, which mimic actual ships. There's just so many little fun things you can do with it. Versus like Alliance, where it's a lot more conventional kind of Navy. Like, you've got your cruisers and stuff where it's like, yep, we're going to push around the corner, shoot you with our guns. We've got our missiles and stuff, just doing all these things. Yeah, asymmetrical. Yeah, it's a very fun asymmetrical kind of game. I think that like mirror matches are good until you kind of run into countering each other with the exact same thing, and then it's just like spamming all of that exact same thing. Versus the asymmetry you get with Neb means that there's just these interesting little, oh, I counter you with this, but then they counter us with that thing, then I counter with this counter, and it just kind of stacks up from there. So you get all these little kind of games where you have to decide now, it's like, okay, what do I want to fight in this battle space? What do I want to avoid? And it leads to this very interesting kind of creative game where there's the meta game outside Neb, like saying, oh, hey, like, say, Axford heavy cruisers are super popular right now. So you see a whole bunch of those, and then the people tech into whatever counters Axfords, and then people tech into the counter to Axfords, and it just kind of goes from there. That's kind of why I like Neb, just because it is creative. Task Force Nipple, that's the title. What do you even put in that? Oh, that one got me good. It's just completely out of random. Anyways, let's take a look more at the editor. So, like, if we were to... Well, I'm going to hop back into the editor, then select the ANS fleets. Like, where is it? We'll do Axfords, for example. These are my sidearm Axfords. Call them that because they've got, if we take a look here, you can see they've got little tiny guns, kind of a sidearm to the main 450 batteries on these. So, if you take Axfords and stuff, ignore the fact that they're a little short on crew and a little short on power. We can get away with these things. You just kind of point these towards your enemy, and then you lay down a whole bunch of suppressive fire, since from the front of the ship, you've got all these barrels of 450, and then you've got these barrels of 120 on the side to bop anything small, or just end up shooting bulk freighters, because conveniently, bulk freighters only have 20 centimeters of armor, and our high explosive shell for the 120 goes through 30 centimeters. So, these things are nasty little damage dealers if you're able to kind of get into that brawling range. It also discourages people trying to get up close to you, because that means that more of your DPS comes online at the same time that theirs does. So, it's a nice way to kind of play a more aggressive frontline than you typically see with Axfords, which is the broadside variant, where you get 3 turrets on them and they're shelling from like 11 kilometers. All the opposing fleet names being sensitive just make me laugh. Yeah, so the reason that's done is because if you have, like, say, one fleet that's like light cruisers over here, I don't think that any of these, I don't know, we'll call this like the biggest battleship or something. I don't know what they've actually got, but it's just there so that you don't get like an intel leak, because you might know what somebody's bringing. There's some people who mind games it and they're like, oh, I see this is like 6 letters or something. That's got to be a battleship named Kit Kat or something. There's some mind games you can do there, or there's just the funniness where you just pick like a very generic starter fleet name, like you go with TF Oak, and then you just happen to say it like TF Red or something. And people will see that group and they're like, ah, yes, this is a new player. They're playing the Task Force Oak. I will know exactly what to counter them. But surprise, you're not playing that after all. Yeah. Task Force Oak is always a classic. Yeah, Task Force Oak is just a really good fleet. It's just the basic concept of, I want to have 2 heavy cruisers. I think it is quite literally the best fleet to start new players with, and the kind of, well, recommendations agree. If we take a look at the starter fleets of the Alliance, see Task Force Oak, its difficulty is rated easy. It's at the top of the list, so you click it there. Yeah, it is a good fleet that focuses on just having a bunch of big gun and a lot of survivability. Like, these have way cranked up damage control team numbers than, well, compared to what you might expect for them. Yeah, like the descriptions say, this fleet is ideal for those who struggle with multitasking and would like to focus on positioning a single formation very well. You got 2 ships in a formation, so already you're playing a fleet command game. You're not just playing World of Warships with 1 boat. You're now given 2 ships that are fairly resilient, pretty simple to use. You just look for anything big and shoot it with your guns. It's a good way to learn Neb. You can kind of grow from there. Like, so you want to start doing some fast attack stuff. You get 3 of these Vauxhalls together. One of them has a blanket jammer, so you learn a little bit about E-War. Actually, 2 have blanket jammers. Yeah, you learn a little bit about E-War. You still got some chaff launchers and a bunch of point defense, so you're really good for that. You can kind of move up to other stuff, like we see Task Force Hemlock up here. This is meant to be a bit more aggressive. You got a beam turret, missile launcher, and then you've got the Mark 65 here firing 3 barrels of 250. Got a couple little jammer supports. It gives you like sort of these initial ideas and platforms to build off of, so it's kind of cool to see that. Yeah, I still like Task Force Oak because it just gives you all the little introductions you need to Neb, where it's like, yep, here's your 2 ships, here's how you manage your fleet, you're moving in a formation, you're starting to move around to like figure out how to play the game. It just kind of like slowly walks you through. I say to new players, play through all the starter fleets like in order. You'll start learning more things, and then once you get an idea, take one of the fleets, make a copy of it, and then start tweaking it to your heart's desire. Ask for some feedback on the Neb Discord and kind of go from there. The starter fleets are pretty good. I will say they are not perfect because, of course, the Neb metagame evolves and people figure out new tech and do more stuff there. But ultimately, they are still perfectly serviceable fleets. You just need to make a tweak or 2 here or there to suit the flavor of the month, and you're good. It's why I like seeing lobbies with some newer players. Like we see the Ensign rank here means they've played at least, I think it's 10, 20 games. I can't remember exactly how the XP system goes, but yeah, you've got some new people. They constantly will pour into the games like, oh, hey, this is kind of cool. I got this on a Steam sale or something. I'm going to try it out with my friends. Yeah, OSP starters, yeah. I say the ANS starters are pretty good because they are a little more tailored. It's kind of annoying because for OSP starters, a lot of these are teched around you having played some of the Alliance. It's just due to the nature of the game's kind of development. Yeah, you get some things like Garnet Squadron here. This is a little bit dated because the T90, or the C90s rather, these were kind of intended as like countering a big blob because they've got the bombshell, they've got the T30s and that. Yep, they're a little bit dated in terms of their design, but luckily on public tests, monitors are getting some love. So your classic monitor blob here will be getting a little bit better things like Kyanite Squadron. It's a little harder to learn OSP because they just have a bit more advanced toolkit, so that initial kind of learning plateau is there that you have to get over. But once you get past that and then you start getting into some of the creative side of it, then hey, it ends up being a lot of fun. I will say to most new players, play Alliance, they're the tutorial faction, you'll be a little more familiar with their stuff, it's a little straightforward. It's harder to make a bad ANS fleet than it is to make a bad OSP fleet. That's kind of what I would say. I don't think that Alliance is bad, I just think that they have a bit more advanced toolkit that you need to understand the game a bit better to fully exploit. And having spent a lot of time in the game, I really like Alliance for that. Anyways, we're going to select OSP here with our... Yeah, we'll just select this one and lock that in instead. Yeah. Yeah. We should shuffle the teams a bit here, is what I'm saying, because we got quite a few more experienced players on this side, and then we've just got 4 newer players here, so I can instruct some people, but there's still just the, hey, we should balance this out a little bit. We don't want this to be one-sided, because it's not fun if you just end up facing a massive hell stack, and then you, well, basically don't even have a shot at winning the game. Balanced games are more fun. I won't say that you should make everything a completely even balance, because having certain things that are a little asymmetrical or maybe a little overpowered in certain ways, that's kind of fun to play with. It's this thing's really good at this job. I'm going to use it. And Dev Console, which I opened there, that's F2, so blah, 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 something network, blah, blah, blah. What was that? Cyclone missile. Huh. That's interesting. Not sure what that's on about, but okay, cool. We've got a couple observers hopping in here as well. No. There's 2 Dev Consoles. Is there a child? Apparently not. Interesting. Huh. The more we know. Yeah. Ocello monitor fleets, such noob bait, they always get owned. I will say that, there's certain things on OSP side that you need to be a bit better about. Alliance is a little more forgiving. Ocellos, you want to be battle tanking with them like Voxels do. Things like monitors, they're a little bit slow, so they can kind of mess you up in terms of that, just because they are, well, they're a brick with thrusters, and they're not the quickest thing on the block, so I have to deal with that a bit. They're asking for an Alliance vs. Alliance. I don't personally enjoy that. I used to play Alliance vs. Alliance back when that was the only factions you had. But ever since OSP got added and we got the whole variety we see there, I've not really gone back and played AVA. It just doesn't seem that fun. To me, it's I don't know, it's just a little too... It's not even... I'm not sure how to quite say it. It's it's too optimized. People have done the song and dance before. They figured out exactly what to bring to counter a ship. Just a whole bunch of hybrid missile spam, typically. And then it ends up just kind of being boring. So. Anyways, we've got some stuff here. Not sure what Snipes is bringing here, but hopefully it's something good. I suppose that I could play another Cap fleet. Do my Everything Bagel fleet. I feel pretty confident with that, so we'll do that. I call it Everything Bagel because it's got everything on it. I haven't had an Everything Bagel for a little bit. I should get those. They've got, I think they got poppy seeds on top. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Anyways, so yeah, just 3 or 4 multi-mission tugs. So those are just tools meant to wipe out enemy cap assets. They've got missile launchers, and they've got grape shot in the nose, so they're really good at doing their jobs. They're also a bit of jamming and lock-on support. Yeah, very nice because it covers a lot of bases. Then I've got a pair of rocket and T-20 shuttles, so these are good for doing little aggressive bombing runs. And then rounding it out, I've got a early warning radar ship, so just able to keep an eye on certain things. Ocellos are more Alliance standard, love them because they're chunky battlecruisers. Yeah, I do quite like the Ocello, I will say that. It's in a bit of an awkward spot right now. I'll say frontline would be nice. I'm not sure what they've got, but no. Yeah, I do like the Ocello hull, although I will complain about the stupid front mount turret on it. Topside, it has these 2 big turret mounts. The front one always gets masked by the nose of the ship. Yes, people say, oh, you can set your heading 5 degrees off. It's still an annoying little issue there. I just want that to be raised ever so slightly so it doesn't get these masking issues, because it's really annoying when your front gun doesn't shoot, because apparently, a smidge of, the aiming line is, messing with your nose or something. I know it's probably not going to happen for a long time, but we did see on the tug, Yeah, the tug originally didn't have this raised part in the nose. I just want this treatment to happen to the Ocello because, oh my god, was it so annoying that the tug's top mount here just literally it wouldn't ever like fire forwards with a jammer or something because this little like tug tower thing was in the way. So I'm glad that they fixed that. I just want Ocellos to get that same treatment because it is such a nice little quality of life thing that you don't have to worry about from then on. Yeah. I can't think of many other ships in the game that have that. Maybe the nose of the Vauxhall too, but eh. That one doesn't seem as pronounced. Huh. That's a... What have they spent all their points on? I am very confused what they spent all their points on in this fleet. Typically, a single bulker you only see if it's a big missile platform. They've got plasma, they've got 450, and they've got containers. This is what we kind of refer to as a dubious creature, because it is certainly doing something. They filled up 3,000 points. I'm just trying to wonder what have they put in this thing that's so scary, because I see a lot... I see a single mine launcher, and I don't see a whole bunch of things that, like, all these points could have been put into, unless it's, like, really expensive containers or a whole bunch of flak ammo or something. Interesting. Let's see, what else? We are waiting on... Who is that? Oh, they're an editor. Never mind. They're back. All right, there we go. You so many ships? Yeah, I've got so many ships. This isn't even actually the maxed out fleet number. I've only got 9 ships. Yeah. Also, hi, Athena. How you doing? What do you got? Just, like, flush out the front all over. Does... Hang on. Just, like, flush out the front overall. I don't like the lip. Yeah, it's like the little nose on the Vauxhall and the Ocello. They're a little bit annoying for that. I kind of wish they had, like, a slight downward slanting angle, like, I don't know, 5 degrees or something. That would be nice. Oh, did we? Oh, silly. Oh, well, whatever. They'll swap over and we'll get things. It'll still work out. Yeah. Again, I'd like to see new players play on Alliance team side because it means that they have a bit better of a learning experience. Alliance is just a little bit better for that. OSP, again, I think it has some very good tools, but I think that you do want to have learned the game a little bit, understand kind of like the battle space and how to maneuver around there, what different ships' roles are. Then you'll really start enjoying OSP because they're kind of unconventional stuff. Yeah. Alright, anyways, we'll just see what the fleet brings it here. Gonna watch play Nebulous so you can learn how to beat me. Oh, well, I mean, hey, that's perfectly valid. I know a couple people like to watch and try and get a sense of what my fleets are. Usually helps that I end up horribly bungling on stream so you can watch me fall apart as things go horribly wrong in many different avenues. I don't know why we're boat kicking him. Doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, we've already readied up here, but... yeah. Yeah, even the Ocello and OSP needs you to set heading offset. Yeah, it's like, that's just a little annoyance that I wish was just not there, because it doesn't have to be, and it's just kind of a nuisance. So, yeah. There's just like some minor quality of life tweaks I'd like to see made to the game that just will make things... I would say, like, not... Work as intended is not the exact right word, but just things that are a little bit awkward, they don't have to be, that can just be made a little bit easier, and it would just be a better experience overall. Didn't have the problem be a good newbie ship. Yep, a lot of times on OSP, you will see people pair a group of Ocellos together, like you see Axfords, and then they'll try and run them the same. I would say that that's missing out on a lot of the good stuff that OSP has, so yeah, a bit unfortunate to see. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and deploy our fleets. Let's see. So we're going to cap the D point and the C point. Those are ours. Then the A point will be kind of a toss-up here. Might be able to go for it. So it's going to be about who caps the points first. So I'm going to put my shuttles on here. The Butch Agony. That is a name. I did not realize I had that shuttle named that. That is... that is kind of funny. Oh, boy. Anyways, I've got situational awareness I can park, so I'll put that like top of the map here for radar coverage. Let's see. What do I want to set in other places? I'll put like one multi-mission here, one multi-mission here, and then I think that I'll send one down low here and one over here. I won't actually go for the E point, so I'll just have you be contesting A. let's do this. Yeah, the name generator in Neb spits out some rather funny names sometimes. I know a friend or two who's just like, well, a friend or two's Discord server has like I call it like a hall of shame, just like, what does the name generator spit out for you this time? And we just have a great laugh about it, so nice to see those. All right, anyways, here the popping as the shuttle comes in here. Let's go ahead and select, what would this be? Red one, the high shot is over here, so we'll just send them moving like so. Flank and loose formation. As for you, go over here like so. Flank and loose formation. There we are. Yep, it's important for us to get our points first because we are the faster fleet than the Alliance. So if we're able to get our cap points before they get theirs, that means that we can kind of dictate the pace of the game since we will try and keep the 8-point neutral. So,
Standing by.
anyways, we'll be moving our stuffs around like so.
We are en route, Commander.
You to flank speed, and then you can be flank speed as well. Just kind of get you over here. We'll set our early warning radar up. Hopefully we'll spot like a battleship or something. Trying to just get ourselves into position now. Yeah. That's our 9 ships moving out forwards. And yeah, we're going to see what we go with. All chat, all chat, all chat. I will get the bad chat. I'm blaming you all for this. Oh, I'm blaming in-game chat. Maybe not you all. You've all been fairly cool so far, so I'm holding back with it. But
Affirmative.
anyways, let's take a look around the map with our search radar here. The big blue cone. We might be able to spot a battleship or something akin to it. Just make sure we got this thing aimed right.
Affirmative.
Taking a second because the ship is rolled funny. That's the early warning search radar down below it there that we're just kind of swinging around, looking for peoples and stuff. Not seeing anything right now, but we are still a fair ways off, so we'll need to move closer.
Aye, Commander.
And as you see us getting the C point there, we do have to worry about possible incoming missile strikes, but it's still pretty far from the deployment zone. So us getting the first cap will dictate a bit of the flow of the game, because if I'm able to get to the D point here as fast as I want to, then we should be able to do this. And yeah, that's kind of the plan. Let's see, so we're going to set our stuff here, holding on fire, and then we're going to set our grape shot to go towards A point with hold fire command. Yeah, we've got ourselves a couple of ships going out here. Let's see. These just have Pavis turrets on them, and then a chaff box. This one just has a little chaff box, so there's minimum investment kind of stuff here. Oops, mine containers going off there, so those are going to be friendly. We'll just skip ourselves out of the point here now. Anyways, let's take a look around the battle space. So they're getting the E point down there. We are going to get the D point here in a second and then bounce back off it. Just hug ourselves up close to the wall there. Got our multi-mission tug here in position, ready to do thug tug things. And over here, we've got this one kind of going to act as a screen, I think. Move you probably down to the rock here is best position for you. There we go. We're kind of grouping up our stuffs there. And I don't know what they're talking about in chat. I'm not looking right now. Let's go to B point over here. This guy, oh, he's being rude. All right, where's that block button? There we are. Mute player. Ta-da.
Yes,
Goodbye.
Commander.
See, if you're rude, I just don't listen to you. That's my rule.
Go ahead, Command. Aye, aye, Commander.
Anyways, let's take a look around. So we're getting the D point here. I'm going to start doubling back this way. You see some mine containers kind of going off here. These are going to set up on the point, and then we'll just get some stuff from that. Anyways, yeah, B point. I don't think we necessarily want to go for B point. We want to contest it if we get a chance to. So we're set up to do that. Hold fire and then fire my gun on it.
Engaging.
Helm, take us in.
Yeah, that's for rude individuals like that. That's also against like Neb terms of service and things. So they get banned pretty fast. It's fun.
Quiet. Command's on the line. Aye, aye, Commander.
Anyways, they have not contested the A point here, which is nice. We're setting up some mines, although mines do have like a 2-minute activation time, so they have to like deploy and then root themselves first. Who is rude? The one with the white star? Oh, old Banana was saying some weak word banter because they don't really know how to be a nice person. So yeah, I just ignore them. It's nice.
Helm, take us
Anyways, we got some mines set up over here. You can see they've got an arming time, so we're just going to be moving back off the point since this is nicely guarded. These are a little bit kind of out in space, like you don't want them to be. Ideally, you snug them up close to a rock so the enemy doesn't see them in time. And then they're really hard to take down with flak and things.
Awaiting
Oh,
orders, Commander.
We're getting shot here. I didn't realize that. Ah.
Hostile fire incoming.
Let's see if we can't do something about that. Okay, so they're a little too far away now. Ooh.
For you, Commander. Reactor power
Gamers
is
feel
depleted.
DC2B normal checks left and right. Yeah. It's like literally just the minimum investment of just don't be a jerk. Like, I don't know why you bother doing that. Like,
Moving out.
I know a whole bunch of people get really toxic about games, and
Apologies,
I just,
Commander. We cannot
it makes me like
comply.
completely roll my eyes because I'm like, if you want to be better at the game, the best thing you can be is not toxic. Like, no, I need to tell bad players they're bad. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make you win. And once you understand that and stop being toxic, then you actually start winning. Although, just a whole bunch of gamers out there, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna be toxic because my team is bad, and I play League of Legends, and I'm super good at game. And
We're ready when
I just
you
find it
are,
hilarious.
Commander.
We're also getting railgunned quite a bit here, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna marker that area here. Yeah, literally just not tilting will make you win more than
Force laid in.
pretty much anything else in a game. Like keeping your team motivated and morale high in that, and just being a good, nice person for that. That does a lot. Oh, ow, ow, ouch, ow, owie. Unfortunately, we can't see them, which is rather annoying, so we're just going to try and dive into cover here. We're going to move the Butch Agony back a little ways. See, we've got a track down there, so we've got our multi-Mioshin tug ready and waiting in position. Set our grape shot to fire, and we're going to fire our jammer. Also going to fire our thunderhead launcher, like so. And then now that that's all queued, we're going to hit our battle short and go from there. I don't know what they're talking about because I muted him, because, again, it's not worth me considering them.
We're on the way.
It's like all the guys who are like, oh, no, I have these opinions. You must debate me or acknowledge me. I'm like, no, you're rude. I don't want to spend time with you. I'm not going to bother. It's not worth it. Anyways, multi-mission tug here, pulling into cover, taking quite a few hits, but still we're holding out. We actually get a 3-cap here, which I'm very happy about. Our early warning tug took a lot of hits here, but still, it's going to eventually recover. We just have a lot of fires and stuff. I'll actually probably prioritize fixing the CIC before that burns down, please. We'll just park this thing somewhere and then let it recover. They've denied us a bit, which is unfortunate, but hey, what are we going to do? We're just going to hold on.
Proceeding.
You know,
I command, assuming formation.
they're saying this poor guy on the top of the map is about to get wiped. I don't think they realize that this is just like an early warning tug, and it's a complete waste for them to be shooting at me over here. But hey, I will take it if they are just going to be silly.
Moving out.
Send traffic.
Again, don't correct your opponent when they're making a mistake.
On it.
They seem to think that it is a much larger threat than it is, and
Send
I'm just
traffic.
going to hold on to that. This multi-mission down here has unfortunately lost its target. I might have hit him, I might not have, I'm not sure.
Roger
We're going to
that.
set ourselves back to hold fire and just keep our grape shot locked onto the point there, because that's generally where the enemy's going to be. We want to be set up and ready for that.
Awaiting your orders.
Set you to... Yeah, free fire is actually fine. That way, if you get hit by anything, you'll start jamming them. Like that.
Course laid in.
Keep ourselves in position here, roughly. Just set ourselves like so. Like that.
Course
There we
laid
go.
in.
Ta-da!
Send
Spending
traffic.
time being racist in chat instead of moving ships around, shooting large move. Yeah, literally. It's like, okay, you're spending your time to be just like an annoying little gremlin or something in a video game. And it's like, oh, cool, I've just muted you. Yep, just cope and seethe and mold and do all the stuff over there. Like, okay, buddy, have fun.
How can we help today, Commander?
I just don't care.
Got
Like,
you
that's
5 by
how you
5.
counter a bunch of people who's like, oh, well, this person said all these bad things in video game and all these things. You just mute them. It's not worth giving them the time of day. It's just a bunch of people who are desperate looking for acknowledgement or something like that. You just don't bother with it.
We hear
It's
you,
not
Commander.
worth your time.
Holding.
Anyways, I'm just gonna set up shop here. I really don't know what they're talking about, but I mean, hey, it's distracting a whole bunch of them, and we are winning the game right now. So, yeah. Again, we see rail fleet kind of going off over there. You can see the shots flying down. Yeah, see, here is one of the great things about OSB. You get decoy containers like this, and then it's like, oh, hey, we're going to fire all of our railguns, and just they're wasting their time and their ammunition. It's great. Versus this ship here, which they need to get into cover.
Send traffic.
Signal a move command. I'm just going to tell him to hop into cover over here. Yeah.
Aye, aye. Proceeding.
And since he's being realistic, yeah, this is like to me, this is just like average teenager clickbait reaction stuff. It's like, whatever. Oop, I'm a little bit late on my response here for this. I need to be over here shooting this like yesterday.
Buzzers on.
Skimming, and then missiles.
We're out of missiles.
I might be able to get this. We're gonna find out.
Send traffic. Aye, aye.
I know, I've just like gotten to the point where I've spent long enough on the internet that I'm like, yeah, your game is weak, bud. Like, try harder. Anyways, missiles away.
Copy
Whee!
that. Moving.
Oh, unfortunately, our Seeker's kind of going wild there, but still, we're making it happen, I think. Firing grape shot at the very least. That appears to be a sizable target. What is that?
Moving out.
Oh, that's a Solomon. Hello, sir. You are a problem. Okay.
Awaiting your order.
This is where things suddenly change up a little bit because that is an entire Solomon. I don't have anything in position to kill that. So we are just going to quietly fire our jammer until we get back into cover, and then we are going to go run and hide and cry because I really can't do anything about that. Ah! Oh dear, that changes the game significantly. Luckily though, my team should be able to maneuver over and snipe at them. We're going to try and do our best to help out where we can. I've just been playing in reserve up here. Hello, you. What are you? You are an actual ship. That's another Solomon. I can tell by the kind of target. Like you see where the guns are firing from? You can see all the smoke clouds. That's a Solomon. You can tell by the number of bullets. So that is a not great thing to see. I'll probably engage over here with my tugs.
Reporting.
Yeah, scary battleship. Yeah, battleships are a bit of a problem when you're playing the Cap fleet like me because there's not much you can really do against them. It's kind of a other people's thing.
That is outside of our range.
And try and clean up whatever I can here. I need to start making plays, so I think that the play is going to be we go over the top here, and we dive down until we head towards the E point, because I think I should be able to backcap them a little bit. Given they've got two battleships acting as their front line, I'm hoping that that means a bunch of the other stuff has not been committed. In a good sense. There we are. All right, so yeah, we're gonna just have you stop burning out your everything and just take some time to fix your stuff. So there you go. That battleship is going to come around the corner. There's nothing you can really do to stop that. However, they've got a Axford down there as well. Ooh, hello there, sir. We've just lost one of our ships there. That's not great, because we did need that bulk freighter. And the rest of you are just going to be diving now. Can't really kill them. Yeah, in this case, I elected to play the Cap fleet, which meant that, you know, I'm just going to be contesting the Cap points and try to do things there. So we're just going to flip our map over and then go for that. Yeah, it's my job to capture points and try and get opportunities for like back caps and stuff when my frontliners give me the chance. So it's not exactly a support fleet, but it is just covering one of the roles that often goes neglected, which is, you know, managing the control points. A lot of people get kind of tunnel visioned into fighting, but hey, we'll see what we can do here. Anyways, if you are ready, I think that your stuff can come back online now. Yes, we'll do just that. Yeah, we see there's a Solomon over here. Excellent. We can just head ourselves back over here. Wah, 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 wah.
Affirmative.
Yeah, killing enemy ships is not exactly my job right now. Well, I mean, it is, but killing their big capital fleet assets. Can't really tell what they've got here, which is rather annoying. We are going to start jamming this thing just because I want to be a jerk. And I saw it fire a missile, so hey, gonna help out snipes over here, ideally. Love to get a lock on stuff, but unfortunately it's out of range. All right, the red wing has been detected over here, so we'll have to deal with that in a bit. This wing as well is having troubles. We are being spotted by stuff. We need to jam that, ideally.
Got you 5 by 5.
We're just going to do that like so. That should stop them hitting us. Thank you. You guys are just going to be going... Oop. Ooh, missiles away. Okay, hi there. That was good timing. All right, we're getting royally boxed in, so I might want to go into the outside of the map. Luckily, anti-missile missiles are doing their job here. I can't really do too much to an Axford, so I just need to basically play keep away at this point. Yeah, there's no way that I'm getting that thing off the point, so we're just going to be migrating ourselves back up the map. They've got a battleship going through the midfield, and... Okay, who's that? Banana over here has a railgun, a missile launcher, and a 450 turret versus a Solomon that's just going to shoot him in the nose. I don't think that's going to go well. Ew.
Send traffic.
Okay, we need to be making our way towards, I think, the E point, because, yeah, we're not getting A and we're not getting B, so... Take a look. Multi-mission here is unfortunately getting crippled heavily. Yeah, we kind of bungled our movement. I thought that Axford was going to stay a little more static than it did. Please keep jamming that. Battle short if you have to. Fix the jammer.
Drive has
Anyways,
been
if you guys want to come around the corner here, we'll just send them up top this way. Should be pretty safe. Fairly small targets, so they won't see us, I don't think, as long as we are keeping ourselves moving. No.
On it.
Yeah, things are not going great this match, but hey, there's only so much you can really do in a game of Neb. Except every time that I load up a game like this, it's like, okay, I got like a 50-50 shot of winning that. Ooh, these are 120s. Interesting. 120s, a railstone, and another railstone. That is a odd little fleet. Huh. Unfortunately, these have quite a bit of point defense on them, so I won't be able to get through if I was to do a missile attack,
Send
which
traffic.
is really rather awkward. They've also got 120s on the light cruiser there, so it means that I can't really send my small ships to engage.
Copy that.
That would just
Moving.
result in me getting booped. So
Course
you need to
laid
keep
in.
moving, please. Thank you. Time to run. Is that thing dead? That thing is, in fact, dead. Excellent. Look at their hardpoint models. Yeah, I'm checking the ships here. I can see these are 120 mil guns, and it's getting royally plasma'd. Very nice. They've got a missile backpack, a cantered launcher, so it launches further backwards. Interesting. Still, they're getting chewed up by triple threat bulk freighters here. Are these triple threats? No, these are just 100 mil and plasma. Okay. Yeah, they're flying at them, doing their jobs. I'm trying to move my fleets down here now. I'm not doing the best job cap fleeting right now, because of course I am kind of like trying to keep attention sort of around the place. Alright, you are firing on position, so you're fine here. I don't really have anything to sweep there, so that's gonna just be the way it is. Multi-mission 2, I need you to not be there anymore because, you know, good. Oh, you see a mine going off here, but I don't believe that's gonna hit. Yeah, fortunately, they will deal with that shortly. As for you, you need to not be there either. I did not realize where you were. Managing a couple ships can be a little bit awkward like this, especially in the state of the game that we're in, where I need to be many places at once. And yeah, have you guys adjust your course slightly. I've been locked on here, unfortunately, probably by the railguns and stuff. Oh, missile away on me. Do I have time to... Oop, okay, missiles intercepted that. Very nice to see. Please and thank you. Get out of dodge.
Commander.
You're gonna be going up top here-ish.
We are on
All right, what do you got? Hello, you have jamming targets. Fire. There we are. That should mess with them a little bit. Okay, so you have unfortunately gotten locked on to. Not much I can do there. You, however, can break off.
Take us in.
You're going to try and stay with them, but I doubt we're gonna get that. So need to find cover where we can.
Course laid in.
Or we could go for a bombing run. What do we want to bet they don't have enough point defense? Let's find out. Fire and return.
Solution locked in. Component disabled.
I'm gonna ask where.
They are chewing us
Need to
up.
get this
On the
intel
way.
shared. You're gonna just hang out behind that rock because that means I'll serve you.
Commands on the line.
Reporting fires on multiple decks.
Call that out where I can to the team. Oop, we are taking shots from above now over there. So yeah, we're just getting pushed on all angles, and we are missing a bunch of our front line, unfortunately. That said, I'm gonna try firing a missile volley on them as well. Switch over to high explosive now that I think about it. As for you, we're gonna try a rocket strike from range, ideally. You guys, yeah, you're unfortunately just getting cooked off here, so just try and fix the CIC and whatnot.
Receiving.
Yom. Alright, let's take a look on the other side of the map. Red Fleet needs to be moving downwards still. Oh, he's already got the E point. Nice of my allies to pick up the slack. I'm playing this rather poorly, not gonna lie. Hello, you have point defense. Okay, cool. Try and fire some Piranha rockets here.
Preparing to launch.
Ideally, these will coincide with those missiles landing, which they do. Nice to see. Whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, unfortunately, not quite in position, but we had not really a choice. I should have timed that a bit better. So, oh well. We are going to just try and, like, yeah, we're just going to try and, like, get as close as we can here and then dump missiles basically down their throats. Not really going great here for me, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of getting heavily crippled. Oh dear, the drive is going down. I can't actually stop that in time, so we are just going to scram our reactor here, and then we'll fix that with our one restore. You're going to be just chilling here against this rock. Yeah, we are getting some caps thanks to my team, and as a missile doing laps around this thing. Interesting. Whee! All right, let's take a look-see down here. So yeah, E point is going into our hands. That is good. Just gonna tuck you guys like somewhere out of the line of fire. Yeah, I've not had a great chance to maneuver because our front line kind of got folded on the right side there, so I didn't get a chance to do anything. And then left side, a bunch of stuff just kind of sitting like here as they rotate over to fight on A. You can see that Solomon here. So our our Ocello is facing the complete wrong direction and letting it shoot it in the butt, so that is not ideal. And then also we got, what's this, just yeah, Mass Driver and 100 mil, that's not going to do anything to Solomon either, so everything is pretty much free reign unless we give it a really good blast. We have a container liner, which could probably do the work, provided it gets a good shot, but it's a bit ugly, to say the least, right now.
Helm, take us in.
Be keeping my multi-missions kind of around the place. I might be able to provide some jamming and mess with them. Turbo Cello kill last game. Yeah, it's a bit of a dubious creature on this. Like, it's got a bunch of defenders and a missile belly and like a rail and a 450. I'd rather see this with like a rail and they're in like double 450s. It's also facing the wrong direction, which doesn't help it, so yeah. Anyways, you're heavily wounded, so we're just going to tuck you quietly close to the rock here and then play possum, I think. Yeah. Just fix up whatever you can, I guess. I don't need to micro that too much. They're not clearing the C point, which is nice. I can't really move here because anytime that I do move, I'm going to get hit by rails. Just going to have this guy, again, play possum. Eventually, a damage control team might fix some of these fires, but that's going to be a long time coming, so we're just going to let that ship kind of have its little nap. You're going to be moving back into cover as soon as you figure out how to fix stuff. Yeah. So yeah, we're just going to play possum. That's our current game plan.
They're locking on
Off camera as well. Okay, who is getting shot? Number 3, you have suddenly been realized to be alive. Okay, get into cover, please.
We're moving.
Yeah, the rails, they're out here. I can't do anything about them, unfortunately, but yeah. Claim and burp. That is a name. Does this have lock? No, it's just missiles and flak. Cool.
Main drive's
We're gonna be engaging the Solomon here. Oh, hey, this is the colors from Foxhole for the Warden's faction. That's really cool. I like that. Yeah, Warden Conclave. That's nice. It's losing its nose, unfortunately, now. Yeah. Or battleship.
We've repaired a mock standing by.
We are gonna get hit here, I think, and I can't really do anything about that. This is gonna suck. So that's the Axford over there. Yeah, we're just gonna try and keep ourselves alive zombieing with these, and hope to draw them out for a little bit of time. Our reactors cook off there. Nothing we could do about that. Anyways, I've still got rocket shuttles that are not doing their stuff right now, so we're gonna make a play with them. Kind of an odd game since I'm not really sure where to be. Normally I rotate around with like what my front line's doing, but as currently stands, my front line is well, they're fighting I keep trying to call it an Axford. They're fighting a Solomon over here and doing a fair job of it. The front side of that thing is heavily toasted, so it's having a bad time. Here we see some container strikes going out on target, a couple of rocket containers, so that's going to really plaster any small ship. They're probably all going to go after the Reigns here. Definitely going to kill it. Yep. Also, other trivia for those who know, Foxhole, the Lowcaster, is the name of the Warden rifle, and the Conclave, I believe that's a region. I could be wrong. Yeah, like I said, a bunch of the rockets. Ooh, actually, some of them are going to go after the battleship here. Nice. I don't believe they have the armor pen to get through, but they still will weaken its armor quite a bit, which is very nice to see. Change targets over here and just keep you behind cover. Don't want you to get shot. AP rounds I don't even think will do anything. So, to provide a lock as needed. We've got mines over here preventing them getting the sea cap. You can see a bunch of chaff clouds being popped there. I don't believe mines go after chaff clouds. They're just registering the magnetic signature of a ship. So, yeah. Let's see, do we have visual on anything? Not really. So, maybe it got mined, maybe not. Hard to say. As for you, you're just going to be firing over here. Yeah, there's just really no like small ship assets that I can clean up right now. So, yeah. Mines do go for chaff? Oh, okay, good to know. I wasn't sure about that. I knew that they activated off apparently magnetic signatures, but I didn't know exactly how that worked. So, anyways, we are going to contribute to this fight a little bit. Actually, there's nothing really for us to hit there, so we're just going to go onto the point, cap that, and then double back as our plan anyways. Nope, there's some fire coming down there. We'll just slide by. They activate with magnetic, but their actual homing seeker is the same goofy act as rocket boxes. Ah, okay, that's interesting. Good to know. Ah. Oh, I have learned something today. We are still technically winning, although it is a little bit scuffed. Some of their ships are going down, but they've now got another battleship coming into play. Still, that thing has a broadside that's just gotten torched by plasma, from what I can see. Anti-missile missiles going out here against those. We're going to start contributing a little bit to this fight, since I just remembered that I actually have a ship over here, and we can probably fire on it. So we're going to be engaging jamming here, messing with them as much as we can. Aye,
aye, proceeding.
All right, over here we see a sprinter. We call that out over here. Snipes does not, unfortunately, have any defenses, so that's rather poor. But this thing is only a chaff box, so he can contest that still. Nice.
Standing by.
All right, one of them has surrendered. That's good to see.
Aye, aye.
All right, let's see. Can we actually hurt that thing? It's taken a nap. we might be able to. We're going to try firing a couple HE shots, because, I mean, hey, when in Rome, why not? I paid for the ammunition, and damned if I'm not going to use it.
Full burn.
Turn off the flank thrusters, because we don't really need them right now.
Commander.
Let's also clean up our control groups a little bit. So, MMT, you're going to be number 3. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff up there. You can probably work on backcapping the B point, I think, so we'll do just that. If you take a little leisurely stroll around here. As for you, you're just still playing possum since the rails are over here and we don't want them to know that we're alive. Got Mark 64s on there. Ooh, hello! That is a rocket strike and a half going down. That battleship is not having a good day. All that armor has to be stripped out now. So, yippee.
Receiving.
Now that we've gotten that point, we're going to move back off here. Then we're going to try and contest over on E point. This does get us a 4 cap, which I'm very happy about. Battleship has woken back up again. It doesn't have any good guns to hit us with, since all those 450 calibers will be very ineffective against such a ship class as ourselves. Still, we're able to peck away at it. Considering this thing got royally torqued, I'm going to shoot it instead. I've got better chances of getting a hit. So we see a ship here slowly trying to move its way onto the point. That said, I think it might just actually be flat out dead, because, yeah, the mine's there just chilling. All right, let's put that to the test then.
Command, be advised, we're taking fire.
We're on the way.
Wait, with that. Okay, missile's kind of going off there. What is my missile launcher range? Okay, so I'm almost in range. We're going to just move up a little ways here. Then have you fire your gun. Even though you won't be in gun range, I'll still just be in range so I can fire my missiles and then go. That should be good.
We're on the way.
You are an actual ship. What are you is the question, though. And have you fire 1 test missile on that. Then fire 1 test missile on this. There we are.
Missiles reported.
Find out. Yep. So that thing appears to have guns. I saw some smoke there for a brief second. We're moving towards B point.
Send traffic.
Red team gonna be diving back this way. Probably send one over to B point, and then one of you can go over to E point just to clean up that shuttle there.
Moving to that position.
Do that about now. Order that gunshot to change.
Today.
So, yeah, you see them retaliating there, so they are gonna go after A point. Yeah.
Control reestablished.
Bunch of stuff happens all of a sudden here.
Orders, Commander.
I don't think they'll get a good shot on us. We'll set evade just in case. Oh dear, that's quite a bit of fire, but luckily those will all overpen or just otherwise miss.
Missile launch detected.
Let's see, did we get a missile scan of that? Yes. Okay, bam. That is seeming to be a very dead ship. Yep, I can vaguely see the smoke outline, so we'll mark that as killed. Again, you're still just over here playing possum, as are you. Now that you've actually gotten a chance to move, you're going to do just that, letting them think that we were dead, but in actuality, we were sneakily waiting. Mwahaha! Now we're going to fire missiles at you and high explosives as well, and also, well, we can't actually jam them because our jammer doesn't work, but don't worry about that. It's fine. Missiles away.
Quiet.
Let's see if we get this strike off. They probably have a defender. Yeah, but it's not working right now. Might have power issues. Let's go. Whoop. Just in time to hit him with the good stuff. There we go. That's going to be a crippling blow. We're going to follow that up with some high explosive shells. Yeah. Get him.
Course laid in.
Fire the little pop gun. Bam, 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 bam.
Target lock achieved.
Lock target.
We are en route, Commander.
All right. And now you are going to go down there. You're going to be moving over to the B point, and we're going to go for that cap victory. Yeah. As for you, I need you to be firing high explosive rounds. And once you're close enough, we're just going to dump some rockets in, and that'll be that. Uh-oh.
Incoming.
We've got incoming missiles, size 2s. They're trying to hit us, but we should dive behind the rock here, and that'll be fine. I think we're in range now. Let's fire those rockets. We only need like 5 of them. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Has no point defense, so it shouldn't be an issue. Rockets, unfortunately, are unguided, so they have a tendency to miss if you're not careful. Listen for the reactor sound, not hearing it, so we'll have to send more. When your opponent doesn't die the first time, hit him again.
Missile away.
Come on, missiles. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. I want to make sure that this thing does, in fact, stay dead.
The enemy is securing zone common.
You can hear the alarm now, so we're going to just select one of our ships and mark that as killed, and then cease fire. We can stop our flank maneuver. We'll just duck down low behind the rock, since we know that our enemy will be coming around and trying to get us in a sec. We saw their axe was headed this way.
Send traffic.
So you're taking some heat here. That is less than ideal. Pop chaff if you can. Uh-oh, I'm probably going to get hit here.
Our
Yep.
drive has
Oof,
been
crap.
destroyed.
Right in the news.
We
All
are
right.
securing zone
The drive is reinforced, so it's fine. We just need to fix the CIC, I think.
Standing by.
As for you, yep, you'll be good there. Sneaking our late game assets into points here now. You are well beyond engagement range there. Still, you know what? Just to be spiteful, we're going to fire some AP shells over here. I doubt I'm going to be able to get through this thing's PD, right? Nah, it's got defenders and stuff in arc. There's no way. Yeah. Nice little network they've got here. They've got defenders kind of like staggered all around the hull. Gives it good 360-degree coverage. Little bullseye locker in the nose there, and then your guns with your missile backpack. Very much enjoyed this setup for an Axford. It gives you good 450 firepower from the front, good point defense from all sides, so you don't have to worry too much about rockets or torpedoes or stuff. You've got your missile backpack, which lets you project across the battlefield. It's a very nice setup with the missiles. I like seeing kind of hybrid builds like that, where the missiles are a sidearm rather than just the I'm going to sit in the back with 3,000 points in missile ship and do that. I think I might have misplayed, because I think he's on free fire mode, and ooh, he's even got jamming on this. Oh, that's cute. I like that. So we've got his attention as now our front line moves around the back and starts plasmaing, which is great to see.
Send your traffic.
Since that is the case, we are going to also contribute fire with our ships. I mean, hey, when in Rome.
Range, Commander.
Just kind of path around the rocks here. We should be done in a second since we're almost, well, we've almost won anyways. We got a 4-cap versus their 1. So despite us losing some ships early on, we managed to pull it back with some good frontline plays from our buddy over here in the bulk freighters, Mr. Snipes. And then, what was it, Banana, who's the rude one in our container ship. They managed to do some good rocket strikes onto those Solomons who overextended and got punished. So they're holding the A point, but that's fine. Because I think we'd have to properly kill the Solomon to cap A. It's not going to happen this game. There's no real need to since you're already winning with a 4-1 lead. Yeah. Overall, despite some of the less than savory language, we still managed to get a pretty good win here, so I will take that.
Aye, aye. Proceeding.
As for you, once you've recovered enough, let's try and get you to engage on that. You still have rockets, I think, right? Maybe.
Prepared, awaiting orders.
Okay, so your stuff works now. You don't have a gun, unfortunately, but you do have rockets, so screw it, go for a strike. You got hit by plasma, there's a good chance his point defense is down. Engage.
Standing by.
You know,
Moving.
if you dive in after him as well.
Not within effective range, Commander.
Yeah, in a second, we'll get our cap, and that will be the game. Ooh, I was not paying attention to you, and you lost your reactor. Do you need your reactor? You still have a full thing of Thunderhead missiles, so I'd like you to be fixing those. I think I can operate everything off of just what I got. Says your... that's weird. Where is that? It says your pinpoint is active,
Reporting.
but it's not on the bar. That's very strange.
Helm,
Not sure about
take us
that, but whatever.
in. Helm, take us in.
Anyways,
Awaiting orders, Commander.
look over here. We're going to see this thing is, in fact, popping a life pod, so that is a thing there, and that'll be that. Say them GG, because we've gotten a 5-cap. Hey, we actually did get the 8 point. I didn't think we'd get that with the battleship. All right. Yeah. Salute to the mighty fallen. All right. But did they finally get on C point? Oh, they managed to get through all the mines. That's nice. But yeah, again, showing that mines and decoys and stuff can do a lot on OSP side. Mines really slowing down the advance here because you can't just send like a naked ship onto it. You have to have something with point defense or guns that have like RPF rounds to slowly clip away at the like minefield. You have decoys where they shot a whole bunch of shots there and let our bulk fighter get to cover a little bit, although it did end up dying from the battleship up high. Yeah.
Components
was that?
prepared.
Let's check out our post-game performance just a little bit and see where we go from there. Yeah, container liner did pretty respectable damage there. 43,000. All right, not bad stuff, not bad. Unfortunately, yeah, flip kick. He got hit by rails and then found cover. This was that. What was the combo he did here? It's like, okay, he's got a bunch of piranha rocket containers, a bunch of mines. Like I thought, yeah, okay. But just really expensive, weird bulk freighter. Strange. Oh, here's where it... Oh, that's what he did. Wow, that's an expensive tug. 1,000 points into a tug just with, like, all the torpedo launchers. That's kind of funny. Yeah. Our ships didn't really do anything, like, in terms of, like, big damage numbers or stuff, but, yeah. I would say that was not, like, a great 5v5 to really showcase, because a lot of it came down to just sort of, like, some misplays and then people arguing and stuff, so not the best in the world. That said, though, still was a game. It goes to show that you can bring like kind of a mixed bag of everything. They had 2 battleships. They had a kind of, I would call this like a half and half Axford. Like it's got 450 in the front. It's got some nice missiles to go with. Ooh, heck bees, good stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what you can expect. I'd say that's not the match to expect out of Neb, but that's kind of the 5v5 environment. We get some front lines bashing into their like respective frontline adversaries. you get cap fleets, trying to do cap fleet stuff. Like I was hunting down any sprinter I could find or anything else. But yeah. Anyways, we're going to take a little 3-minute ad break here again on the hour. So that way people don't get pre-rolls and I can get myself a bit more water. Because I actually just realized I left my bottle upstairs. You know, the bottle that I said that I was going to go refill and then I didn't? Well, actually I did. I just left it on the counter. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. And I will be back in 3 minutes. Yeah. I could hit the button. Hang on. Yeah. Alrighty, chatty cats, we are back. Found myself in a 3K lobby that was hosted again on Gold Rush. Seems kind of fun. Playing it on OSP this time. Might want to shuffle the teams a little bit, gold stacking and whatnot. Ideally, not what you want to do, but let's see. Yeah, Piston Mind are just thinking it right now. It's like, hey, maybe we should shuffle a little bit. While it is fun to, do a stack with all your friends and stuff, who played the game for a lot, it is also nice to meet, like, some people and, like, hey, yeah, let's have a scrim back and forth, see what we can do. I'll pull out these tricks, you'll pull out these tricks. They have a cat tag. I like that. Cat and meow. I am approving of these. These are good things. Well, let's just bring in a pretty standard squad, they said. Let's see. Ooh, 250 on a cello. Okay. Good bit of jamming and lock and other goodness in there. And then T56, plasma cannons, and T20s. All right. So, yeah, this is kind of a cool thing you can do with monitors. Just have them be, like, all gun, and then you rely on your cello for point defense and soft kill and command structure and that. So, nice little way to do escorts. XE over here bringing Ooh, rockets and container stacks. That's interesting. Relying on the nose gun, the C-56. I'll offer to trade if they want. That way we can just swap things around. And we are. Yeah, that's a little more balanced and whatnot. So we'll just pretend that we didn't know what they were bringing there. It's highly possible to swap it up anyways. All I know is I saw a Nacello. That's what I remember. There's a Nacello, there's monitors. That doesn't really tell you much. Whatever. They'll probably take a bunch of bulk raiders instead because now we traded up. They're like, oh no, the Catboy, he knows things. Careful, Catboys that know things are very dangerous. I had an idea once and nobody liked it. Anyways, let's check A&S fleets. Do I have a destroyer blob? I do have my 3-beam soup fleet, which is kind of fun. Alright, we could do that. Let's see. Piston Miner's got... Ooh, Edge has got a whole bunch of little gun cappers and stuff. Okay. Got... For our front line, we got Battleship... Okay, yep. Big old Battleship, and then we got a Axford with some backpack missiles. Very nice to see. A little bit of EWAR support. Okay. That leaves me in the 4th role on our team, where basically I have to cover points and stuff. Edge has a whole bunch of Corvettes to do Corvette-y things, so they're going to be very good skirmishing. This means it's my job to make sure I hold good angles, so I'm going to see if I can edit this fleet ever so slightly. The original idea was that I have this kind of like a big destroyer blob, and I just kind of push with that, but I think that I can change that up a bit. Let's see, 656. Yeah. I think that if I just run triple dispersed destroyers, that'll probably be best. We've got these as like kind of a jammer support ship, which I'll probably just send around. This is the cheap auto-generated name for our A capper. I think that I'll just remove these all from formation and do that, and then go with it. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I'll just have them being like electronic warfare support, or I could bring a dubious creature or two. Just gonna ask them one moment, please, as I'm just like putting my fleet together. We'll just save this because I can always reset the formation later. 3 beam destroyers to cover close range, and I've got jamming support for when I want it. I like that idea. I could get a... No, I think I'll just do this, and I'll just add myself as jamming support for my team. Oh, didn't get a chance to hit start there. So what happened there, because we're doing a player-hosted game, there's no timer countdown from 10. It's just everyone readies up and the host hits go. I was expecting there to be like a 10-second timer. I could say, hey guys, I'm going to bring like my destroyers and then kind of disperse them and hold points. So, yeah. I've not tried this fleet out like this. I've done a destroyer ball before, which used to be a really nasty fleet. There was Task Force Ash, if I remember the naming right. That's kind of fallen a little bit out of favor because destroyers have gotten a bit more reliable. You don't need to run multiple of them anymore. Well, multiple in the same group. You can instead just have a single destroyer projecting its force into a like designated zone. You do have to worry about getting flanked because, of course, the destroyer, its nose is the main weapon. Uh-oh, we have no connection. That's not good. Network error. That's interesting. We may have broke it. I think this may have broken. Check and see if anyone on Discord has anything to say there. What did I get pinged with? Looking for game stuff. Post game maybe. Nope, not seeing. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. This is probably gonna end in a crash, considering we just got constant no connection. So, oopsies. Just gotta close out of that, ignoring it. Yeah, big sad. Don't worry, I'm sure we can rehost to just clear that log. Yep, no connection. Okay. We're just going to exit out of the game and then relog and go from there. So just big sad. Wah, wah. Anyways. See if we can't get that hosted back up together. I'm just looking at Discord now, responding to people who... It's kind of funny because, like, I'll look away from Discord because I'm doing a stream thing, and I was like, oh, yeah, nothing could possibly be happening. Then I look back, and there's, like, 5 different pings from stuff. I'm thinking to myself, oh, boy, what have I missed? Anyways, let's get into some Nebulous nonsense once again. Yeah, we should be able to rehost with that. Not sure if it was just me, like, getting a random weird disconnect. I mean, I'm still alive, right? So probably wasn't my internet. Might have just been a bad connection and like resolving the host thing. Sometimes that happens where people join into like a hosted game, then they end up just like randomly crashing. Neb's not perfectly optimized. There's still a couple kinks to work out. See, so yeah, they've got Gold Rush 3K. Yeah, they're probably just closing out of it now and gonna rehost. So we'll see if they in fact do that or not. We could go play it on Banana Nebulous because that has the map. So let's do that. We'll do our 3-bean soup fleet again because that seems kind of fun. I haven't gotten to run that Dispersed Destroyer combo. Yeah, I think we'll give that a shot. I need another person here so we can vote map because it won't let you actually change the map just on your own, which is a little bit annoying, but oh, I'll even show you. List maps. Yeah, we've got Gold Rush on there. Vote map. Gold Rush. Could just be this. Like, even if I click yes, see, it says voting failed. So, unfortunately, one person cannot change the map. Bit unfortunate because we're stuck on Canyon right now, but hopefully someone else will join. I will take a quick peek out and see if they did a rehost of it. Yep, there's 3K. Never mind. We are good for it. Anyways, load the mod and then hop up there. As we'll just select our old idea and go with it. And hopefully everyone will be kind of getting them way, you know, they'll make their way back in. That's the plan anyways. Yeah. Oh, hey, good news everyone. Cat Quest 3 is apparently coming out August 8th of 2024. So that's going to be fun. I've played through the Cat Quest games before on stream and they're a very good title. Ah, okay. That's why. So post-crash. Unfortunate. Anyways, we're seeing some people returning here. We've got Edgelord, Thermonuclear, and Exy. All right. F. Unfortunate. Oh well. I think I'll probably have time for just one more game today, chat. So let's hope that this last one is a good one. Gold Rush is a interesting new map. I do like the way it's kind of designed. There's a lot of fun, like, different geography it has. Like, in the middle, you've got those kind of crystals. On the one side, you've got this, like, very dispersed, like, kind of, I don't know, gravelly-looking asteroid belt. The other one has a bit more kind of conventional neb rocks. The map maker has done a bunch of other maps, so it's got all the various things you would want to see in a map. Particularly, it has rocks. I like rocks. All right, well, this is not exactly the same cast we had before, but, I mean, hey, we should be able to do stuff with it. Yeah. Let's see if we can't get a good game in. Oop, we lost one person. And as long as we have a moment here, I'll just think about what I might want. So yeah, just EWAR support for, like, the rest of the fleet. I could just cut this and go with, like, a missile frigate and, like, try and do something with that, but I'm not sure how effective that would be. I do like having my, like, beam destroyers just kind of be these, like, close-range point guards, so probably gonna keep them that way. As for you, see, you've got a reactor booster because I put a parallax in you, right? Okay, so we will just swap you back down to, I think, a regular one because I don't think you need parallax. You can just get away with the front line. That'll be micro reactor there. This will be a focused particle accelerator, and then you can be the front line. There we go. That puts you the same as all these other ones, so we'll hit save on that. There we go. We got another player there. Anyways. Do we really want anything else on these? Just got actively cooled amplifiers. I guess I could get, like, some more stuff, but I don't really need it. Maybe I do just go with, like, some more super cheap cappers like this. Yeah. Do I really need E-warships? I don't think I do. Maybe just, like, a gun shuttle wing or something. Yeah, this is something I could entertain later, but this is most of the fleet that I want here, so we'll just keep it kind of that way. I guess we'll get, like, an extra spin bonker missile. Those are quite useful. There we go. Actually rounds us out very nicely. Yeah. Okay, we just need to trim a little point of chaff off of here. Ceremonial arming missile, kind of long-standing tradition to give Gibbs minimum investment gun like that. HERPF, it works. Not amazingly, but I mean, hey, you can pepper some people with it, so kind of does the job. It's nice to poke at, like, missiles incoming, or you can try and trim off the thrusters of a a shuttle. I keep getting all the names wrong today. Oh, that's nothing new. Anyways. How odd. It could have just been they had, like, the lobby open too long and, I don't know, maybe a memory, like, leak stacked up somewhere. I don't think Neb has, like, a huge memory leak, but it's also a Unity game, so there's a couple little quirks that come with that. But anyways. I'll just launch it a second time and see if it still breaks. So remember, if once is a fluke, twice, that's a pattern, because that means it's repeatable. Just wait for the enemy team to load up and see Conquistador over here. Funny name, that. Remember, I think it was either like a YouTube short or a TikTok. It was like, yeah, call your boyfriend by their gamer tag or something. And some woman just looks over and sees that and is just so absolutely done with the guy. I might as well just wait for them to finalize their stuff. Probably just finishing tuning their fleets and then they'll all ready up. You can't ready up with someone missing the mod, so bit unfortunate that, but oh well. We won't try and rush them too much, although we do want to get underway. But, yeah. Actually, wait, can you ready up with someone missing? Right, because you're all the same faction. You just have to wait for them to load the mod. You can't ready up if you have mismatched faction, but if someone's not loaded the mod for like the map and stuff, you can still ready up. So, say that. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so far, Gold Rush been an interesting map to play on. You know, looking at this, do I want to go Beam Destroyers or do I want to go Vauxhalls? Because I could go Vauxhalls and do that. That could be kind of fun. I do really like Beam Destroyers for like the close range punch that they deliver because it's very useful. We saw last time on this map, an Acello wandered onto a point and an Acello died very quickly. So that's why Beam Destroyers are so good. Still, though, I could run my Dispersed Vauxhall fleet, which I do like doing. I'm just trying to think now. Like, we've got, what's it, like 3 of... well, I guess we're running it this way. That's what I get for not unreadying when I'm pondering. Oh, well. Beam Destroyer time. Let's go. That or we're going to crash again. Considering that we're still, like, actually connecting, I think that we're good. I think. Fingers crossed. Waiting for clients. It might just be broken. We don't know. We could load this map on an official server, but we'll see if this is just like hard broken. And if it is, then we'll just say, hey, maybe like we go to Banana Nebulous or whatever, because I know that server has the map. At the very least, it's broken in a new and interesting way. Because before, we got the error and stuff. This time, we're just waiting for clients. So I guess it's just trying to connect and have everyone load or something. Be rather unfortunate if we have to exit out again. I would really rather not end stream with like just me running out of time to play a match with Deb. Because I do have to go at 8 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. So that means we've got about 45 minutes to finish this off. We appear to be stuck waiting for clients. I'm just going to check the Discord, see if anyone posted something in post-game there. See, post-game, nope. Nobody's saying anything. That's unfortunate. I really hope we have not crashed a second time, but it is kind of leaning that way. Alright, I think that we might be stuck. Yeah. I think everyone's stuck. Uh-oh. Well, we might just have to bite the bullet and close out of it. Because we appear to be waiting, and I don't think we're getting anywhere. Not to say the loading screens aren't fun. I mean, we all play video games with the loading screens, right? Like, I love seeing this little blinking light. Like, look at this. Blinking light is the best character of all time. Yeah, truly. Well, okay, second best character. Spinning little circle, that's also a very good character. But, I mean, blinking light's got some beauty and simplicity. Spinning little dial, that's quite nice. You see some other ones where it's, like, kind of a pulsing little, like, ring icon thing. That one's kind of cool. Get maybe, like, a little wave icon going to the side there. They're a fun little diverse, like, kind of loading screen character. Yeah. As it currently stands, I think that it might be broken. So, we're going to make the executive decision to close out of the game. Again. And we're going to load this on an official server because I don't know how else we're going to get this match going. So, if I'm the one who disconnects first, so be it. I do want to get one more match in today. Worst loading screen characters, choppy cutscene. Yes! Okay, so, on stream, like a week or so ago, I tried playing, what was it called? It was called Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin. It was the not quite Dawn of War game for Age of Sigmar. Yeah, I tried playing that, and it was really jarring because when it would change, like, camera angles in the cutscenes, there'd be like a momentary hang of like a couple frames while everything loaded back in. And it was super choppy and like really threw me off there. I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? I wouldn't really recommend that game either. I played through a bunch of it until like I ran out of, well, I played like just under 2 hours and I decided I'm kind of bored of this. This isn't really worth my time. Then I went and played Mechanicus, which was much better. So that's my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Get it if you want. I think it's like 80% off, so maybe it's worth your time. Yeah, we'll see. Area Official or Banana Neb. Let's take a look in Area Official, see what's up in here. This is official and modded, so let's see. List maps. Okay, they do not have Gold Rush. I did want to play Gold Rush. I'm gonna ask them. I'll ask them about that since Xe was with us there. Find out. I think Das was as well. I feel like that name's familiar. They might be here, they might not be. I do like Arroyo, but... I believe that the guy who made Arroyo also made, yeah. Yeah, say that to them. We'll just hippity hop servers, just kind of pirate people over to Banana Neb here, and then we can load that up. And yeah, get that map loaded up, and it should be fun. I want to try this 3-bean soup fleet. I forget why exactly I called it 3-bean soup. There was a name for some reason. You know what? Let's call it. Yeah. What is 3 beans? We'll call this one vanilla. Call this one soy. Then I guess we'll call this one coffee. There. 3 beans. Done. Yeah. And then we just got these extra add-ons and stuff. Save this, and then head back to lobby, and then we'll do vote map, gold rush, if I could spell. There we go. Now let's get this thing done proper. Yes. Then finally, we maybe will be able to play. Oop. Trying to vote this map. Come on, everyone, vote map. Vote, 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 vote. Had to click in time. We got people joining here. Yeah. We need more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was host issue there. Yeah, because we ran it twice on theirs. We have run this before, and I did it on stream, so yeah. We'll be fine for it. So yeah, we'll have to filter out, see who wants to take a turn out. If it has to be me and I have to cast this last one, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Are these the same fleet? These are not the same fleet. These are the same looking fleet. These are different. Okay. Hang-ups on that one. Yeah, tell you what, chat. I'm gonna sit out this one. We're gonna do casting things. I've casted a match on Gold Rush last week, which is kind of interesting, seeing a Alliance versus Alliance mirror match between some buddies of mine. But, yeah. Sometimes when it's like this, where everyone's like, oh, hey, I don't want to be the one to sit out. I want to play Neb. You just have to be the big person to say, like, all right, yep, I'll sit out. I'll take the turn. I'll just observe. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. This way we get everything underway, and it's all good. Yeah. Finally take that big sippy of water. Huh. Kept getting distracted and forgetting. Yeah. Right. Anyways, yeah. Let's tell them to ready up and roll out. Yeah. Yeah, so far, like, having played Gold Rush a little bit, like, in my off time, just trying out the maps and some of the angles and stuff, looking at it, I think it's quite an interesting map with just the variety of geometry and stuff. I don't know, like, how refined it will end up being, because I'm sure that people will get their hands on it and then play a whole bunch and then figure out exactly where you want to put, like, certain ships, like bulk freighters or destroyers or situational awareness assets. Like, your early warning radars and your spyglass frigates and things. But I'm always happy to see new maps because each map has its own kind of like metagame to it. I use League of Legends as a constant example of certain games where League of Legends, they've got one map and there's like 200 characters, which is a lot to remember. But there's only one map. So really there's only like so many ways to play, Summoner's Rift. Then you compare something like Neb, where you've got a whole bunch of different maps. You can have the same kind of fleets and do the exact same thing, but they perform very differently depending on the maps. Like if you go on Tumbleweed, you'll have great success with beams because everything's so close quarters. But if you take a beam fleet to something like, say, Nix's Eye or Salar, you'll have a lot harder time because it's just a very long distance to try and get to people. So that's why I like seeing a variety of maps, because it leads to a lot of different playstyles. So even the same tool that you bring, be it a champion in a MOBA or a fleet in Nebulous, they just have very different uses. So, And there's the one saying variety is the spice of life. And hey, it also means there's people who are passionate about making stuff for the game. And we get to see just have the creativity pushed. There's a bunch of maps for, the one mod, Operation Burning Lance, which are these really cool... That is not right. There's something wrong going on. Okay. We played Gold Rush, chat. I swear we played Gold Rush. It did work. Why is this not working now? This doesn't make any sense. What is going on here? It might actually be the map. This is so strange. Okay, this is... What the heck? Oh, wait, hang on a sec. Why is there no... Huh. Is Steam down? Hang on. Did Steam go down or something? Normally there's a lot more than just this. Like, there's all the custom stuffs. Huh. Okay. That's weird. Normally there's a lot of other servers on here. What is going on? Experiencing technical difficulties. Let's refresh again. Yeah, just a whole bunch of them disappeared. Just gonna check and see if there's something going on that I don't know about. One moment, please. And send a particular message to someone. Okay, this is very odd. I don't know why it's doing this. Yeah, the map crashed out, but the server stopped. Okay. Strange. I don't see it anywhere. Huh. Just gotta message like one of the server guys I know who does some Neb-related thingies and see if anything else happened. Like, okay, we'll just hop into this, I guess. You know what? We're just gonna do an Arroyo match. Gonna ask them if they mind, because if they do mind, then I'm just gonna step out. And I mean, if they do mind, I won't cast it because I don't want to pressure people with like a whole like, oh, you're being watched by people. Oh no, there's gamers on the internet. Yeah, I try and be respectful for that. Yeah, if they don't want me to cast it, I'll just hop out and do some like Neb editor stuff, talk about that, and we'll just run out the bit of the clock there. I would like to get a third game in, but hey, we'll just do this and see how it goes. Yeah. I mean, okay, they just came back. Cool. I was thinking, I was like, there's an open slot there. I could hop in and play, but it might just be I'm cursed or something. Yeah, that's very odd. I don't really know what to think about that. Because, like, the map, we definitely played Gold Rush at the start of the stream. We had a cool game on that. And there's people who were there with me who were in that last game, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think it was one of us. Maybe it is, like, hardware specific or that map has a bug. But that wouldn't make any sense then if we all managed to play it before. Because that was on Banana Neb server, where it's normally pretty stable. And, well, we loaded up the map. We all loaded in, or we all tried to load in. And they just said, nope. And then all the Neb servers didn't show up. Odd. Let's wait for everyone to get ready. Weird crystals in the middle of the map cause the universe to die. Yeah, that's exactly it. The gold rocks are too expensive, so they made the server freak out and said, I can't afford this, and I dropped the map. Genius. Makes me wonder what Ruby Shelf would do to it. Just waiting on Combat Fever to ready up. Well, with any luck, it won't break a 4th time, right? Got hungry viewers to feed. You must understand. They'll eat me otherwise. No! But I mean, in all actuality, we do want to see Nebulous content. I mean, as much fun as it is seeing the little Catboy bounce around here, I know that y'all want to see some spaceships go kablooey, so. Ready ourselves up here. Combat Fever is still not loaded the mod, which makes me wonder if they are present or not. Huh. You have Neko Steak. Yo! Makes me wonder, have they not played modded maps before? Or... That's why. Okay, so for some reason it says only on them. It's interesting. This might be an Alliance versus Alliance game, which could be interesting to cast because we don't typically see that. But we could also see OSP if they want to swap over. So, yeah. Setting you watch Royston, then yes, you are at risk of cannibalism. Ah, no! No! What we got? I mean, you could... Hey, why not, right? Could do Alliance versus Alliance. Might be a little silly. We'll see if we can't get somebody else to hop in for that last slot. Because I really do want to get, like, one more match in today, but I'm just looking at the clock ticking down. I don't want to be late for my thing at 8. So. We will see. I'd say I'll check on the servers because it was really weird how they all just kind of disappeared. Normally that's like a Tuesday thing where they all disappear and go offline for a bit, but no. Okay, so that's probably the 3K match we're just in, but either way, hop back up here. You know what? See if wonder how good this will work if we do Alliance versus Alliance. Yeah, I'm just not ever, like, expecting to do Alliance versus Alliance, so either this is gonna win really hard or lose really hard. We'll find out. Yeah. Screw it. I'm just gonna run Destroyers, because they're kind of fun. Yeah, let's just ready up and see how bad this goes. We'll just find out how it goes. Yep. Beams jamming. Whatever. Are they going OSP? I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Yeah, the jamming probably won't work, but I can't be really asked to, like, flip stuff around. Change to Nyx's Eye. Oh, I guess we're going to Nyx's Eye. All right. Nyx's Eye time. Guess I'm not running 3 bean soup anymore. Maybe we'll just do... I don't know. We had some gun cruisers and stuff, right? Yeah. Got our Axfords. These are kind of fun. These are the sidearm version I like running. We'll do that. That's fun. Probably gonna get killed by hybrids, but hey, why not? All right, there we go. Nebulous Fleet Command. Yeah, I love fortneb. Woohoo! Dancing in the lobbies. Yeah. All right, so this is now actually turning into like a classic game of Nebulous because we just get ANS Team 1, OSP Team 2, kind of the way it usually goes. We'll see where it lands from there. It's going to be a very, well, it's a very convoluted way to get back to probably the vanilla Nebulous experience. So, hey, whatever. Do a bit of expert gunfighting if I can. And we'll go from there. Yeah. Fair. I can understand why they, like, sometimes you just play so much in one faction, you're like, yep, I need to mix it up. I like to hop back and forth. Really, it's just whoever has a open slot. Typically, it's OSP. I find that a lot of people go to ANS for reasons I've explained already, just like new players kind of gravitating that way, people liking the battleship or things like that. I like OSP, though. They've got interesting, unconventional tools. See, that's kind of nice. Like, you got your ship here with its missile backpack, the guns in the front. Let's see, yep, Mark 62 sidearm and flak, so nice little mixed point defense net there. You got your beam destroyer over here with a bit of missile as well, just adding on that, because, I mean, hey, if you got programming channels, use them. A little sprinter here that just has its kind of electronic warfare support stuff. Yeah. We will try and get this match underway. I'm just watching that. Oh, never mind. Are we good? Did they? Oh, they just suspected it. Ah, damn it. I think that's too many people then, because I think that the map. I think it caps out at 12. Hang on, I can't type. So I'm pretty sure it caps out at 12 players for the official Neb lobbies. It might be 14, 16? I don't remember now. I think it caps out at 12. Yeah. You know, I'll just wait on people here. Grab a fleet and play. Nobody will judge. Yeah. Or summon 6K. Yep. You say, hey, anyone got a 6K? And that always summons a player. So find out. Hop up. Let's try and figure this out, chat. I swear, eventually we're gonna get a game in here, right? 'Cause I really don't want to, like, start a game and then, like, kind of have, like, a huge time pressure thing for me to go, because that makes me play really rushed, and I don't want to, like, dip out, but... Oh, hey, never mind, we got one. We do actually have 14 slots. Excellent! Yeah. It'll take an entire year. Yes. Alright, we're gonna reveal our fleets. Oh. Let's go, go, go! Yeah, come on. So, single ship, we got a Surrender CL, lovely missile platform. It's called a Surrender CL because you fire all your missiles and then you surrender. Or you get hit by one incoming missile, and then you suddenly realize, oh god, I forgot to put damage control on this, and then you die. Yep, oops. No cap fleet, wonderful. Alright, I guess that I'll be the cap fleet player. Always feels like I had to do this, but oh well, I don't mind it. Let's do it. Go, 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 go! I can't possibly have had anything else they need to fleet edit while we were here, right? Yep, they're ready. All right, let's do this. Well, that only took us, like, what, 30 minutes or so to get a matchup? I'll just, you know what, chat? I'm just going to send a message. I'm just going to tell people I might be a little bit late today, and we're just going to pretend that I will be late because of traffic or something. Yeah. Not because I wanted to sit around and play spaceships. We're just not gonna tell anyone. It's just our little secret. I'm just a cute little cat boy doing cute little cat boy things, and there's nothing that anyone needs to know about, right? Right. Right. Being responsible for nerds. Yeah, exactly. And we're not nerds, right, Chad? We're not nerds playing our obscure niche little spaceship game. Right? Yeah. Anyways, I set my scouting assets to be on this side of the map because I want to know what's over here. That way they'll push forwards and we'll be able to act accordingly. Gonna send, I think we'll do the cappuccino and latte over here on the D point because that's how I like to send them. Do Americano and cortado, kind of going after the A point stuff. And then the Kit Kat can go, that'll just be our little A capper. Yeah, we get 2 Corvette pairs going to each point, and then we'll play it from there. Not going to bother with B point because they're always going to get there first with a shuttle and things, and if I'm not super confident about holding it and we're not stacking anything else, I don't really see the point in me sending ships there. I can just cap C point and then fly this way because they could always go around the outside or on the inside. And if I send because each of these are pretty expensive, right? They're about 400 points. So if I send 800 points over here on its own, and they just happen to have like a bulk freighter or something that's about 1,000 points, that just kills all of them because it has 100 mil and it just will shred through all of my very thin armor plating and stuff and kill my internals. There's not really a point in me contesting B. You just decide where you want to play for the map, and you kind of act according to that. So we'll go for the A point, go for the C point, and the D point. That's the plan anyways. We'll see how it goes. I feel like I run the Cappuccino fleet a lot, but I really do like it. It's my nice little themed fleet. That said, people have started to get a little too good at seeing me. Like, they'll see a ship named Cappuccino, and they're like, I know exactly what fleet you've got. You can't fool me. I need to occasionally mix things up. Maybe I'll just, like, name all the ship Latte or something. You can technically do that. They have different numbers. That's fine. Anyways, we'll flip the map over and send our destroyer over this way like we like to do. Anyways, Latte, you can group onto the Cappuccino. And then we'll have you flying up this direction here. Cortado can group the Americano for now, and we'll send them down that way. On loose formation, the Kit Kat can go to the A point. There we are. Then we can send our little scouts upwards like this way.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Have them turn and roll accordingly as needed. Wop, 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 wop. We want to be scouting these areas down here and up here, so we get a sense of this entire D side. Oh, engaging cringe.
Receiving.
Way ahead of you. You merely adopted the cringe. I was born in it, molded by it.
Send your traffic. Ready.
And I did not see the light of Based until I was already a VTuber.
Falling in.
Send traffic.
Anyways, we'll just set these as kind of like a vertical stack. I think that'll work about right. Yeah, that looks about right. There-ish. Doesn't really matter that much because we're loose formation, but we'll make it happen.
Turning up the engines now.
Anyways, I'll just look around the map. So nothing so far on scanners. Very good.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
See, the cream can roll itself a little bit like this, and then the sugar can roll itself a little bit like that. I should really just put the Pinard module on top of this one because I always send it to the bottom of the map. I don't know why I haven't done that. Probably I just keep forgetting.
Yes, Commander.
Anyways, the Kit Kat is little naked Capper. You see another one here named Capper as well. It's just moving its way forward. This is minimum investment with the little chaff box. Just enough to count as armed and evade one missile with the active seeker. We've got basically the same thing, except we've got the funny ball device on it, so we look like a battleship. Just, I don't know. It's like, it's not optimal, and I'm sure I could ditch it and like save points and put those somewhere else. But it's really funny to say there's a destroyer, not a destroyer, a battleship moving at like, what's this, 52 meters a second, cruising for the A point.
Quiet. Command's on the line.
Anyways, we're gonna have you guys move up over towards D point here, and have you adjust your heading ever so slightly so that the point defense is facing the right way. Make sure we've got everything loaded. And also load up, set point defense turret to dedicated. Switch our guns to these. Hey, look at that, I'm psychic, let's go. Anyways, you are going to fire your beam on target here. Just realized that I hadn't set you up like that. And you guys are gonna go pew pew. You're good for that. Excellent. Pew pew. Are you? I don't quite know what that is, but either way, ooh, you have guns. Okay. You're gonna eat a torpedo. Catch, sir. Whee! Anyways, you are in position, ready to fire if needed. Actually gonna move you up a little ways here. Okay, that is a very sad shuttle in about a second. It has a turret on it, so we're going to shoot some fly swatters as well. Try and get those. The drumstick missiles doing their jobs. Try and break off here since we see there's quite a lot of stuff suddenly. Whoa, hello. Okay, so we get some missile hits, I think. They're rolling, trying to do good point defense. Now you are good to fire, so you're going to do just that on this thing. Nope. Fire the beam way off course there, unfortunately. Time to dive. Quickly try and shoot these down. Pop chaff. Phew. This might be bad. That's going to be bad. Yep, I can't do anything about that. That is a torpedo Ocello. Hello, sir.
Engines out.
That is
Exploding
not great.
target. Talk to
Okay.
us. Power is coming back
You
online.
need to not be here anymore, please. You, fire your beams. Thank you.
The enemy is securing
Okay,
zone
is that thing dead? That thing had better be dead. I think it's dead. Okay, yep, you are
Easy,
dead.
yeah,
You can
that-
stop firing on that. Thank
Heads up,
you.
no jam.
Fire on these
Establishing
instead
lock.
because, oh, that is a problem.
Course laid in.
Anyways, you can cease fire. Things have happened. Yes, oh dear.
Moving.
Anyways, you are technically still alive. Not anymore. Okay, never mind.
Orders, Commander.
Right then,
Course laid in.
well, that happened. Huh.
Acknowledged.
Let's go take a look around the map. Yep, so this point is screwed.
Force laid in.
I need to move the Americano and Cotado up so we can contest here a little ways. Got our allies doing the same. All right, you are going to hit that escort first and foremost. That's the plan. And then, oop,
Component
hung there for a quick second.
Report in.
Let's see. This thing has, why does that have MLS on it? Why did you put MLS on your...
Command, our drive is online.
Okay, well, that's a silly little creature. Interesting. Oh, we just lost somebody. What just happened?
Power systems are functional.
Who do we-
Let's
Contesting
roll.
Oh, crap.
zone Atlas.
No!
The enemy is securing zone
Target locked.
Okay, we're gonna set you. You will be approved for fire here momentarily. We're gonna do this
Aye, Commander.
good rightly, like so.
Course laid
Bloop,
in.
bloop. Have you dive down here, like
Course
so.
laid in.
As for you, we want that thing to go down, so we're gonna do just that. Gonna use our hybrid missiles and then also some of this. Like you see here, a whole bunch of grape shot coming off that triple line ship combo, so we cannot engage against that. Gonna dive down here like so.
En route,
This is
Commander.
away.
Being targeted.
Anyways, as for you, hi there. I would like to not be here right now. Thank you. Zap zap. Fire on this one, please. Ah! Why is there so many turrets?
We are securing zone
Zap zap. Zap 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 zap. Get beamed. Get beamed. Get beamed. Zap 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 zap.
Awaiting orders,
This is us hitting the battle short button to make sure that we stay firing on that. Gonna fire on you as well in a second here once we clear our course. There we go. Just trying to stay as close to the rock as possible so that we limit the arcs that they can fire at us with. Although we are turning very slowly, we will eventually get into position to shoot that
Target
tugboat.
locked.
Come on, buddy. Cook him. Need you to turn ever so slightly harder. This is the downside to close range. Still, he's getting beamed pretty good. His MLS are out. This is not the torp cell you typically see. Normally it's cantered launchers or vertical launchers on it, which fire very quickly when you have the required investment.
heading there now, Commander.
Anyways, let's take a look around the map as stuff just kind of, happens.
Under attack.
So that thing is in fact dead. We're gonna signal that. Run off your flank speed and just dive you guys down. Okay, so now that shit has thoroughly happened, let's take a look around the map and figure out just what the hell we're gonna do for the rest of the game. Okay, the barista is good here. There we are. You are good to toast them. You are dead. Thank you. All right, you're gonna fire on you.
Engaging target.
Thank you. You're gonna turn off your beam so we don't cook it by accident.
Send
Do
your
just
traffic.
that. This thing is marked as killed. Excellent. And you should be dead. I don't know if you're dead. I think you're dead. I want to say that's your smoke cloud. Yep, you're evacuated, so we'll mark you as killed. Excellent. Now we'll just lock onto this thing. It should be a slow little cook, and then it'll go away.
securing zone dagger.
Now we've gotten the D point, so one of them has surrendered there. Yep, that thing is in fact dead, so hold fire. Mark that as killed, and there we go. All right,
Enemies locked on.
that was a that was a thing. Now we're gonna play the game called What Do We Do with the Rest of the Match? Oh, unbelievable. Okay, so that is a problem right there.
Yes, Commander.
That said, we do have some shots going towards it, so let's take a look and see what that is. It does have guns. That is a command cruiser. Okay, that's less than stellar for us. We're going to mark through that as priority for our team, so they know it is, in fact, a
Looks
big,
like we're
real
being
threat.
jammed.
Find ourselves some cover.
Engines now.
Ready.
The barista has done his job over here, so we need to move somewhere else, probably the middle of the map, where we can start doing some guard stuff for these points. We're going to have you move over into the middle section, and you're going to do the same. Just trying to stay aware of our enemies.
Ready.
The latte, now having captured the D point, is going to be moving over towards the E point with any luck. We know there's like bulk freighters up there, so we have to be careful about that. I'm gonna set an attack marker roughly there. Uh-oh, you see we have incoming.
Quiet.
Be careful about this.
Online.
Yeah, so they've got a bunch of missiles not going after us, thankfully, but that does mean that all of our AMMs fire off, because I forgot to set those to be a little bit more selfish. Still, rock best point defense here as all these command-guided missiles go away. 250s on that Acello, so that is interesting.
Commander.
All right, not the worst, but it does pose a bigger threat to us, so we're just going to move our little Corvette pair down here. I think that it's best if we split them off, so we'll have one go down low like so as I flip over the map and disorient you all. And it's going to be hanging out underneath here. There we go.
Course laid
I'll
in.
be able to move over towards the B point or something. So the Americano, you can just hang out close to this rock here and chill.
Turning up the engines now. Send your
Have
traffic.
you kind of cruise your way over to this side of the map,
Course
like so.
That's out of range,
Yeah,
Commander.
so it's going to take us a long time to get there, but tell you what, actually, we're just going to set up a... Okay, I like to call them ghost fire orders. It's just a position fire order, but either way, we'll set that to be over there so it's always facing the right direction, then just get close to this rock and help out. Now for the latte, if you'd be so kind as to dive towards the E point, we'll just take the underside route.
To that position.
And then for the cream and the sugar, they will
Standing
eventually
by.
start detecting the enemy fleet once again, once they get into positions that I want them to be
To
in.
that position.
Again, you always do this weird, silly roll. I don't know why you fly like this. Just clear your roll order for a second, then reset it.
Aye, Commander.
How about you go like this way? It always does this silly thing, like when you flip it more than 90 degrees.
Standing by.
Oh, just look at chat now. Yeah, you can eat a torpedo. Don't think they're particularly edible. Well, Archivist, as the resident biting expert in my friend group, I'm going to defer to your judgment.
Cutting the engines.
Also, no chewing on people in my chat. Remember, that's our rule. Okay, so let's see. Latte is moving its way over here very slowly, but hey, it's making it happen. Okay, let's see. So there is a whole bunch of them on A point. Yeah, that's a threat. Bunch of missiles going on here, but you're hungry. I said no eating
Send
people.
traffic.
You know the rules. You got in trouble last time. So anyways, so this Vauxhall unfortunately looks like it ate a huge bunch of missiles or something. Its reactors are going critical. See on the point up here, a cello pair 8-point side, so we'll just mark with them.
Bye.
Yep. So this is the classic double Ocello, pair of 450s on them. I believe all 450s. And then they've got some laser point defense stuff that is very good at shooting down our missiles. They're just forming a huge A-side death ball, which is good for us because we can do sneaky cap things. Yes. There goes that explosion that spells the end of one of our teammates' dead ships. So our plan is to be going sneaky-like over here, where we're going to go for the
Aye,
B
aye.
cap.
Proceeding.
Because you see, a bunch of them are sort of set up over here. They won't be looking on the backside, ideally. We'll be able to make our way over there. Make sure this thing is going at the best
Send your
speed.
traffic.
You can do the same, please, and thank you. I want you heading towards the E point. I haven't seen too much in terms of capping assets for them, so I'll have to keep
We are
aware of
en
that.
route, Commander.
I swore I saw like a weird missile trail there or something, but... RMS realizing just how much firepower there is as they're trying to move their ship back. Oh boy. Yeah,
Send your traffic.
we're gonna have to play like close range guard duty here, because yeah, they're kind of just moving up on us, and I don't think there's too much we can do to stop that. Gonna position fire this gun on like that blob there.
Enemy
That'll be
again.
about the
That's
right
outside
location.
effective range,
Oop,
Commander.
there goes our cappuccino, unfortunately. Goodbye. It doesn't exist anymore.
Standing by.
So the barista is going to be moving itself snug up to a rock here to try and get some damage in.
There are orders.
Yeah, they're just doing a like 6,000 point plus death ball where they've got 3 bulk freighters and then they've got a whole bunch of Ocellos. This is kind of funny because ANS used to do this a lot. They just form like a huge death ball and try and push one angle of the map. Now we're seeing a really nice combo between Ocellos and bulk freighters, although the Ocellos are a bit off to the side. So the Ocellos kind of fill in some of the weaknesses bulk freighters have, namely they're a little bit weak to hybrids and jamming and stuff. There's the Ocello, which can basically counter both of those because it's very resistant to jamming and it has quite good anti-missile stuff. They're cruising up over to the rock here versus the bulk freighters, which are deciding they can just take all these hits. 2 Axfords is a respectable amount of firepower, and we see some shore bombardment coming off here from the battleship, which is moving its way into the battle space. Yeah, I'm gonna call a shot here and say this one.
Spiker.
So it's important to get a little bit of teamwork going here. Teamwork is, in fact, the dream work. They do see me now, which is less than stellar.
Moving to that position.
We're going to be firing on the closest one, which I think is
Not
that guy.
within effective range,
We'll do
Commander.
just that. If they turn and shoot me, it's going to be bad news bears for me, so I want to make sure that I stay in cover here as long as possible.
Course laid in.
You mean tucking into cover there. So, oop, you have discovered that there is, in fact, mines. Ah, there's mines!
Engines all stop.
Okay, we are going to do this very carefully, like so. Ah! Fire the defense! Fire the defender! Woo! Okay, cool. You're going to switch over to auto. There you go. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Just carefully kill these one by one. We're going to fire our RPF gun, which is another big benefit of having this setup. There's a warship over there, which we can hopefully hit with a missile. We'll fire a fish kill APV on him. The missile I inherited from a good friend of mine, Misk.
Commander.
Or Minsk. I'm not sure which one he's going by now. He's going by Minsk, I think, because somebody got the name wrong. That's a Baldur's Gate character.
Set
Nice
traffic.
Cortado over here is going to be doing its best to cause trouble. Let's see. You, I believe... Yeah, we should be able to take that fight. Anyways, uh-oh. No, not two at once. No! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Uh-oh, the defender's down.
Go ahead.
Never mind. We're still good.
Enemy
Okay,
fire.
so that really sucked because we got hit by two at once, which was rather unfortunate timing. But
Ready.
let's just take a look over here. Are you in range yet? Yes, yes, you are. Okay, which one is going to crest the rock? I think it's going to be the middle one. I'm
Incoming missile
going to
mode.
fire on that one first. You are approved for fire. Peek out a little bit and then go back into cover.
To that position.
There we go. Yep, it's just going to peek ever so slightly up here. Then it's going to go back behind the rocks. Right?
Moving.
Right. There we go. And you're good to fire. And we're just going to fire until this thing stops working.
Moving to that.
Back in the rock. Okay. Latte, crap. Fix that, fix that, fix that. Okay. There was more mines. I think they had a sprint mine cluster there or something, or I didn't see another one. Damn. All right, we might have to take the backup plan here. So that'll happen. So the cream is doing its job scouting, and the sugar is kind of around here, so that's a thing. How about you? Do you still have stuff? You do. Okay, you're going to fire a hybrid at that. I need you to not be there. You're actually going to intercept that ship. That's a better idea. I think I can salvage this, right? We can fix this, maybe, kind of. Maybe not. Okay, Americano. Who else has stuff? Oh, dear God.
Aye, aye.
Why is there so many of these? Oh, boy. Oh, crap. Ah, mines. Why is there so many mines?
They're firing at us.
Okay,
Abandon
I guess
ship.
that's their strategy.
Ready.
They've just brought a whole bunch of mines.
Command, we are calling
Anyways,
out
you are doing pretty well with your zapping job, so we're going to keep that up. Just have you move over a little bit here. And then, let's see, you're way up high there. You're dead, so that's good.
Gaining fire control
Cook
solution.
you, because you're still active. We're going to do just a little bit of beam work here. That should be just the right
Securing
position.
engines.
Fire! Are these? Oh, they are dead. Excellent. All
Awaiting
right,
orders.
battle short off. Mark that one is killed, and that one is killed. They have, in fact, punched out. Very good, very good.
Send your traffic.
All right, let us do some more damage.
Establishing
Get a lock on them and go for it. Yeah.
Course
Oh, crap,
laid
that's
in.
an Acello. Ah, where did that thing come from? Turn to burn, turn to burn! Ah!
We'll get it
Did they
done.
mine all the points they weren't actively fighting for? I think they did. That's kind of how it looks right now. We're going to fire some drumstick torpedoes at this, and also then a fly swatter or two, just for good measure. And then we're also just going to dive after them onto the point. Yes. If you would be so kind as to fire, thank you. I think we got the ranges right. I forgot exactly what my torp range is, but... Uh-oh, taking fire from above. No! Where's that even... Actually, where's that coming from? Oh, that's... Huh. They've got a bulk freighter crowd up there. Very good to know. All right, so they unfortunately seem to have some point defense, but I think that my size 1 missile might get through here if I timed this right. Ooh, double point defense. That's rather annoying. Oh, this is a mine ship. Okay.
Standing by.
All right. This might cause some slight issues.
Heading there now, Commander.
Gonna turn you so you can beam this thing, please. He's doing that really good strategy called
Course
running.
laid in.
You'd be so kind, sir.
Commands on the line.
Okay, you are gonna be number 4. You're gonna be number 2, and you're gonna be number 3. Yep, that's good. Actually, you can be the other way around.
We're
Yep,
ready
good enough.
when you are, Commander.
Excellent. Yep, we just start keeping an eye on things up here. How do you do? Hi.
Understood.
Yep,
We're en
cool.
route.
You're just gonna be moving places. E point should be clear. We'll just have you go tap it. Thank you.
Course laid in.
Okay, Barista, are you able to fire beams on things? Oh, those are missiles coming places. Okay, hi there. Yeah, we're just gonna try and keep up with you and hit you in the butt, if you would be so kind as to turn. Thank you. Because we're diving as well, we should be able to... There we go. Now we've got the angle we wanted. Cook them. Yeah.
Quiet.
This is a very scuffed game. I'm kind of here for it, though.
Let's see 'em try to
Fire
do
everything we
what
got.
he needs.
Close range. Fire, fire, fire.
Missile reserve
Wop, wop,
low.
wop. I'm gonna try and get behind him because I can turn and hit him with my turret
Missile
versus
reserve
his
low.
like nose gun is only fixed forward, so he'll have to rotate
Missiles
fully.
are getting low.
Here we've got some missiles going after him. Hopefully one of these will get through. Yes, there we go. Critical hit. Excellent. That's gotta hurt. Unfortunately, we are pretty much out of missiles.
Zone dagger.
Feels like fight lower accurate alliance versus OSP. Alliance moves in. Oh, there's mines to move elsewhere. Acello. Yeah, there's
En route,
there's some interesting things going on here. We are denying the cap here at the very least, so that's cool. Gonna have ourselves kind of cruise around the backside here. Anyways, are you quite done cooking your... Stop playing with your lunch. Eat him. Okay, you can turn off flank speed. Heat sink is ruptured, whatever. Okay, this is not really a threat right now, so we'll just clean that up nicely
Traffic.
and then go from there. Okay. We are contesting the D point, but we are capping that, so that's fine. Over here, we're finally moving our ships to get E point, so... here, quite a lot of reactor blooms going off. That's a thing. All right. What is happening in the battle space? Everything is blowing up. That's what's happening. Excellent.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Okay. This is the fun part of the game where all the frontline fight has kind of died down for a moment as everyone kind of like tries to recover their ships and figure out what can we actually put together to hit each other with. So we see just like an Axford down here, heavily cooked, trying to limp its way around. An Acello here, smoking from many angles. Okay, it's dead. Coolio. Let's deal with this later. Just gonna go over this way and then shoot that. Make sure it stays dead. They're just raining gunfire randomly there, I guess.
Standing by.
Cream is good to stay on this vector. It's just gonna be aware of those guys. And then the sugar is going to get our ECAP. The B point is full of mines, pretty sure. I think. Right? Yeah, pretty sure. Life pods just coming out there. Anyways, what do we still got left of our fleet? Short answer, not much. Long answer, not a lot.
Underway.
Alright, you're gonna finally turn over this direction, if you would be so kind.
Orders, Commander.
Take a look. So you're technically rated harmless, but I don't believe it, because I think that gun still works. Maybe not. Maybe we did knock it out. Okay. Well, we're just gonna keep peppering you with 100 mil. We can't actually kill you, but once the barista comes over and fires his beam, it's gonna clear this point out. So we just need to get, like, a kilometer closer, and then it'll die.
That position.
Is everything in this map a goddamn firework? What is going on? Oh my god. Yep, here we go. Oops.
Aye, aye.
All explosives.
Moving out.
Still, I think we've recovered pretty well. Yeah, fireworks indeed. It's just, okay, so our battleship looks pretty healthy, which is very good. So the battleship can kind of just move in now. We're like in the later half of the game. We do have to get caps back, but I think we'll be fine for it. Just need to get you a little bit closer here. We'll make you move up just a little bit more, actually.
Moving.
Yeah, he's just like pushing right to the very edge there, so
Moving.
we'll do that. Ad starting. Nuh-uh, no they ain't.
We hear you, Command.
Gonna sit on the edge here trying to pepper this thing with our pop gun. I don't think they'll be able to recover and repair, but they are still a ship, so they're controlling where I can go.
Center traffic.
All right, there we are. We've gotten the E point finally. There's a tugboat there that's going to be a nuisance, so we'll be able to cap this, and then our beam destroyer, once it's cleaned up over here, should be able to move over to the other point.
Awaiting your orders, Command.
Yeah, I'm just worried they might get this thing's gun back up because its gun is technically a bit better than mine.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
You'd just turn on your flank thrusters, please, so you can catch that. 'Cause I just need to clean this thing up, and then I can go elsewhere.
Command's on the line.
Actually, I'm going to act like I am going elsewhere
Turning up the engines
and just
now.
push off here because I do need to get to E point to fight that tug.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Yeah, that's our plan. E point will be capped here, and then I'm just going to run away because I don't want to get shot.
Moving.
Gonna start doing that now. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. Don't mind me. Just, I was just leaving.
Course laid in.
All right, so we're finally getting some hits into this thing with a railgun. What? Where's that railgun coming from?
Stores low.
Oh, we have a random rail destroyer. Yeah, go team. Oh, it's got little Mark 61s on it. That's very nice. Gonna ask them to park that on the D point if they'd please. Just kind of move over there and cover things. It might actually knock this thing out. We'll find out.
Standing by.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not actually catching that. I have to go guard the
Here
E
now,
point,
Commander.
which is gonna be
Center
interesting
traffic.
now. So
Course
go
laid
after
in.
this thing. I don't know if I actually got a missile hit. We'll see if they do. Love my teammates for cleaning up this stuff. Ooh, this thing looks toasted. Yeah, we must have hit something good with it, 'cause there's a bunch of holes already. Or maybe that was their missiles already. We're gonna find out. Either way, bunch of missiles hitting the bulk freighters up top here. Very nice. Yeah, they're rolled completely wrong, so they're gonna get smacked. Yeah. Okay, what can we still do in the battlefield? Well, we can move to the A point, I think,
Understood.
because I'm
We're
pretty
on
sure that
route.
they don't have anything to stop us there.
Ready.
Anyways, we're just gonna move. Actually, no, we're gonna
Course
stay here and
laid in.
contest the point because there's a chance this thing might cap even though it hit a whole bunch of missiles and stuff, so we'll just deal with that. Oh, hello, where did you come from? Where have you been this whole game? Hello, sir.
Moving to that position.
Okay, you're just gonna... Oh, you have guns. Excellent.
Incoming.
Wonderful.
Course laid in.
Love that. Thank you. Yes, please keep shooting me. Yes. Ow. Oof. Ooch. Ow. Owie.
Engaging.
Anyways, Barista is going to
Target
turn
locked.
around and hit this thing with missiles and then some beam because it deserves it.
Course laid in.
This is a incredibly scuffed fight. I'm kind of living for this. Like, it just was a weird death ball all over the place. Okay, that ship is dead. Cool. The point is, secured. Double click on that. So what happens is sometimes you mark it killed just as someone else does, so you just immediately undo each other's work. And it's kind of funny. Anyways, you'd be so kind.
Establishing
Thank
lock.
you. Now then, spin bunkers I think have range. This has
Send your
Pavis
traffic.
on it. I think the spin bunkers will get through. We're gonna find out. Fire missiles.
Lost a module.
It's in range, right? Yeah, 480 meters. That should be in range, I think. I hope. Otherwise, they're gonna come up just short, and that's gonna make me very, very
Be
sad.
here before you know it. We hear you.
We're running
You'd
out
be
of
so
missiles.
kind. Thank you.
Right away, Commander.
Fire on that with your old pop gun.
Engaging.
I really hope I got the range right, because I think these have only like 4,800 meters, and they might be just short on fuel.
Send
Either
your
way, we're gonna
traffic.
hit him with the beam, so that should be good. Get on target. Let's see. Did I do the math right? Oh no, I did the math because it was like right at 4,800, and he's moving. Okay, that one looks like it hit. Nice. Okay, so that'll kill this. We hear that. Excellent. Battle over. We are good. That might have been their last combat ship. Yeah. GG. Oh, that was a match. It took us forever to get into this one, but what a match. Yeah, just the weird, like, torpedo Ocello emerging, and then just the entire fight for A. Damn, that was a bloodbath on the A point and all the cap gaming we did. B point never really saw action. They just laid mines, and then we kind of all just slammed into each other. Woo. Yeah, they had, what was it, like 4 Ocellos? Yeah, the 4 Ocellos, and then like the triple bulks, and then bulk freighter. I think this was 450, and like all the shuttles and stuff. Yeah. Oh man, look at that. The beam destroyer here just raking in the numbers. And I don't think this was the same fleet. Yeah, these were 2 different fleets somebody inherited. We had our Surrender CL do all of its missiles. Most of those, yeah, that's good ratio. Nice. Battleship coming out to play and just throwing hands. Ooh, good stuff. Yeah, I think it was Kenneth? No, was it Kenneth's fleet? It wasn't Kenneth's fleet. It was... Whose was it? There was another CL. Yeah, it was Armis's CL who we saw. Not CL, CH, who got like royally lit up for that. Yeah. Yeah, they had us in the first half. They did. They got us like on the ropes, the 3-1 cap lead. But anyways, that's going to be all for me today, chat. So I've got to go do my thing that I'm already late for, but we won't tell anyone about that. I'm going to go ahead and find us someone to raid. So let's see who is doing stuff. Let's see. Archivist was in the chat earlier, so I'm going to go raid him. He's a fun little gremlin doing just chatty stuff. And yeah, we are going to go be a nuisance. So start raid now. Anyways, I've been NekoboyBlue. We will be back probably on Friday to annoy DocVV for our kind of like Friday's Nebulous Fleet Command games. She streams it on her channel, so you can go follow her and see that stuff. Anyways, if you like my stuff, you can follow my Twitch. I've also got my Twitter and things, and we'll be doing some more silly things on Friday. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say other than y'all have a good night, and I'm going to go get myself some food now. So see you later. Bye.